You yeet the hobbit. Oh, 20. Okay.
It's fine. You made it.
I tumble on the floor.
All right. Well, the ranger pulls out.
Jesus!
Hello, welcome to Questline's One Shot or Not. I'm Bev, and today I'm DMing my first game ever, which is a game I've never played. We're playing the One Ring from Free League Publishing. Before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge that we are coming at you live today from the traditional unceded territory of the Musqueam Nation, and what a grand privilege it is to be able to live, work, and play on these beautiful lands. Now for our main event. Welcome to Middle-earth. Maidola Nanora, Rithirin, Lumen Sila Omentielvo. Welcome, travelers, to Middle-earth. A star shines on the hour of our meeting. Our story begins in Eriador, with the twilight years of the Third Age of Middle-earth, before the War of the Ring. So Frodo, still not born yet. Or very young, if he is. Bilbo has returned from his adventures. All seems well, but it is not. The northwestern corner of Middle-earth is familiar to many of you, for it contains the lands of the Shire. Home of the hobbits, also the Breelands, populated by men, and on occasion, bands of dwarves with wagons laden with the best crafted goods come along the main road on their way to the havens for trade. Wandering in the woods, it's not uncommon to spy elves, in increasing numbers on their way to the Grey Havens as they depart for the Undying Lands. These lands were once divided into three mighty kingdoms of men, Arthedain, Cardolan, and Rudar. They fell to dark forces centuries ago, but their few descendants still patrol these borders, keeping the Shire safe. Mithrandir, the Grey Pilgrim, also known as Gandalf the Grey, recognizing the darkening shadow creeping from the east, asked the leaders of these rangers, Thorongil, the Eagle Star, to take extra care in protecting the Shirelands in recent years, for the roads have become dangerous. Birds and beasts alike have become mistrustful or tainted by the gathering dark. Farmer, trader, and tavern dweller alike have sensed it, and tongues and towns tell grim tales and sow mistrust. However, the tavern you find yourselves in is untouched by this. It's nestled in the south farthing of the Shire, that should say east farthing, of the Shire, along the shores of the Brandywine River. You are in the village of Stock. Boop. A bustling riverside town in which the finest fish market in all the Shire is. You've stopped at the Golden Perch for the best beer in all the Shire, and perhaps of no less repute, the legendary fish and chips. Lovely big golden chips with a nice piece of fried fish. This gem of merriment, however, lies close to the hedge, the high hay, which was planted centuries ago to keep out the old forest, where none but the bravest of young hobbits will venture and the most desperate of rangers, and neither ever at night if they can help it. Bodie Mads, the barkeep, has handed you your tavern mugs with a mighty laugh and a clap on the shoulder that shook the very weariness from your bones, and you feel content and rested. But you do notice there's a wariness in his smile. This being the Shire after all, there are more than one curious, even suspicious eyes observing you from around the room. Some more than others. So let's introduce you. Going around the table, starting with
Targon. Targon, branch of Amleth. Ranger, captain, related to distant royalty by several tree branches. But looking to respond to the call. Trouble's afoot and need to get to the bottom of it.
you look ready.
I rode a hard 10 leagues.
And what did you order?
Just a pint.
Just a pint. It comes in pints.
Comes in pints.
Not one, but two elves appear to be in this tavern.
Are you a little upset you're not the only one?
No, it is kind of beguiling. But I am Elnorandir, a former warden of the Gilgalad themselves, trained, and now finding himself a little weary on the road, having fought so many battles and so long against the shadow. Perhaps a little mirth can be found here in the Shire, and perhaps it's time to leave.
And I am Odo Took, hobbit from the Northshire, who's lived their life mostly just on their own, but have always sought adventure and information and lore and worshipped Bilbo Baggins and all that, the glory that he brought to the hobbits. In spending my time with my hobbit sibling, we decided to venture out for our favorite thing, food, ordering us the fish and chips for luncheon, to see how this legend upholds itself.
The fish legend.
And how does it compare?
How does it?
It's probably great.
It is very
You're great,
good.
Bev. You're great, DM. It's probably great.
It is very
It's
good.
everything you dreamed
It is
it would
very
be.
crispy. Yes.
Another eater.
Good
of
luncheon.
fish. Bo.
Hey, Middle Earth, it's your girl Blackberry. How you doing? Yeah, I lived with the elves all my life. I was taught all their ways. All I really want to do is forage and make potions and make tea and rummage through our beautiful Middle Earth for berries and leaves and magical things. And honestly, they're just not that great, the elves. They're just really stuck up and not naming any names or anything, but I'd really rather hang out with hobbits. So my last name is Took, and this is my best friend.
Love it.
And we have 7 meals a day, and it is amazing.
You guys are just living my dream life over here. Okay, fine. So as you sit and enjoy your meal, there are common threads to the conversations you hear around you. Of course, hobbits have a love for storytelling, so you're getting all sorts of
Singing songs about the
sing-songs and telltales, of which you would have heard before, being from the Shire, but tales of the old forest, bees the size of birds, etc., the roads disappearing behind those who stray in, the singing of the river lady. Now, would you guys like to vibe check or kind of check just listen for a bit while you enjoy?
I'm afraid I do not have the heart for the matter, but if you wish to indulge.
What?
For the fish and chips? I mean, can you not smell these?
Come on, stop.
They're
being so
very
stuck
good.
up.
It's
Come
a
and have-
perfect lunch.
Take one.
Come and have a bite.
You can never have just one fry, Sam.
Still hot?
Come on, you can do it. You'll live. So good, right?
So good.
Oh God, this is why I left.
But it's better now.
Bodhi comes and claps you on the shoulder and goes, "Would you like some mayonnaise with that there French fry?"
Pray tell, what is mayonnaise?
Well, you take the chicken egg and you stick it in some more egg, and then you whip it real good with some vinegar and a lot of fat.
I see. Humans are still playing with their food.
Oh, we're hobbits here, sir.
It's very
Finish
good.
this one.
I'm just gonna take my pint, go off to the corner, and observe for a while as I recover. Again, long ride.
Right. So, I assume you're all seated at the bar. The ranger now skulking off to a corner. But before he does so, Bodhi returns with a plate, a platter filled with flagons. And you hear them slop a little as they go down in front of you. But when you look up at his face, you can see that he's lost his warm expression. There's no more mirth in the laugh lines around his eyes, and instead he's eyeing you suspiciously all of a sudden. He's got a little bird-shaped furrow in his brow. He says, "These are from the stranger in the corner, over yonder." And as you look, you see booted legs resting lazily on a corner table. His long brown hair disappears beneath a deep and tattered gray hood.
That's my move.
Must be another.
There's two of them.
It's a ranger thing.
Or it's only big for one of us.
I almost named this campaign, and in my notes for a really long time, it was called Ranger Danger.
Can I perhaps just get a sense of the room?
Yes, what would you like to
Are there
roll?
any threats, perhaps? Awareness.
Awareness, go ahead, your target number.
I am favored in this room. My target number is
Or you're rolling against your target number.
13, but I rolled a 4. No, my target number is 13, and I rolled a 13.
Oh, well done.
Meets it, beats it.
It seems legit. Like, you can kind of tell that other people in the room, or other hobbits in the room, rather, are sort of eyeing up this other figure. Rangers aren't entirely uncommon in this area. Well, yes, they are uncommon, so enough to cause a little bit of concern, but they're not unheard of, rather. And there's something so lackadaisical in her shoulders and the way her boots are casually on the table. And in fact, you just have never seen such a nice pair of boots. They're like a little scuffed and worn around the edges, but you want to find out where those boots are from. Who made those? But no, vibe check totally passes. Do you lift your glasses to investigate?
Yeah.
Certainly.
If you choose to, you see that underneath is a little piece of paper, now slightly moist from the overspill, with the elven room for party.
Yeah.
And as you glance towards the corner again, you see the deep hood give you the universal, come on over.
Very well.
Do you approach?
Do I recognize them? Being that they
Might
are
have to
also
get-
a ranger.
The face is completely obscured, so if you want to try to recognize this person, you're going to have to get a little closer.
All right. I'll go over.
All right. As you pull out the heavy oak chairs and they scrape pleasingly across the planks of the floor and you sit down, the ranger throws back her hood and she has a very intelligent brow and a very square jaw. But you notice she's got several facial scars, including one around her neck here. And she looks at you and she says, "Hello, I am Harathir. My name means the silent one, the stillness. I'm here on behalf of my patron. Maybe you've heard of him. Thorongil, the Eagle Star. Would you like to roll a history check?"
Michael Vannon.
Michael Vannon.
My captain. My captain.
I said roll history check, but what I meant was whatever the thing is. The boop-a-doop-boop-boop. Lore?
Lore check?
More?
Yes.
No, I would not like to because it's impossible for me to.
That's okay.
Another one of
That pipe weed makes the old short-term recollection a little spicy sometimes.
Even though I am a scholar.
my target is 11 and I got 17.
Ooh, good number.
Oh, and a critical success. Or
Oh.
an extra.
Oh, well then, yeah.
So I'm gonna use that to help you succeed as
Oh.
well.
I had a 15 when my target number was a 14.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you both pass with success. Woohoo! We're doing great, guys. So you know that Thorongil is very close with Gandalf the Grey, and a very, very prominent Dunedain Ranger. So Harathir should be taken pretty seriously, and you can trust them. They are a person of integrity. Anybody want to say anything?
Other than Michael Vannon, no.
Thanks for
She
the
responds in
thanks.
Elvish. Michael Vennen. Melanin.
How fair
Oh,
the
yes,
men of
thank
the
you for
North.
the. kind
Not well, I'm
things.
afraid. Not well at all. We've upped our defenses, but I'm sure, of course, even you Shirelings have noticed the darkening grasp that is stretching across the misty mountains and even reaching the borders of this land.
Yeah.
And yet we want to
Yeah, our crops
party.
have been a little low.
Ah, yes.
Still tasty.
I am looking for a party of skilled hands for a special task on behalf of Gandalf and Thorongil, and for the greater good of Middle-earth, particularly the Shire.
Who are you thinking of?
Who am I thinking of? Well, you lucky four.
Abereth Gathalia.
You know that adventure we were talking about? Just like Bilbo.
We could forage.
We could forage
Are
all
you-
a lot, and we could
Are you
bring
sure
lots
the
of
wee
food.
one's up for it?
Who are you talking to?
Even the smallest person can turn the tides of war.
I'm
Ammonite
very small as well.
Yes.
Just saying.
There are two
Very short.
ones.
My apologies.
Us
Master
hobbits.
Hobbit.
That's more like it, sir.
Obviously, I would not be reaching out to four strangers in a tavern if we were not desperate, but time is of the essence, as is the utmost of secrecy for this errand.
It's fine.
Okay.
I don't doubt the size of their heart, just the reach of their arm.
I'll show you the reach of my arm. You insult us hobbits again. Thank you.
Roll intimidation.
Grace toll. Do you promise?
Well, to go into detail, if you accept, which hopefully you do, as it looks like the two of you surely know, just how close the darkness is reaching. So in recent years, my group of rangers and I, under Thorongil, we have fought more and harder battles. And though we're not many, we have managed to maintain our watch. But our resources grow thin. And we need gear and resources and, better weapons. And we need, look how I'm dressed, guys, except for the boots. This is what we've got. We've had to make do for too long, and things are just getting darker, and they're just getting harder. And if we're gonna keep this up and keep your homeland safe, we're gonna need some help. But don't worry, I got a plan. Have you heard of the Barrow Downs?
Foul place.
I mean, it's pretty scenery.
Or once whisper in the dark?
What?
Have you heard of the Barrow Downs?
No.
Do you want to roll lore? Since your hobbit friend probably shouldn't.
So you roll.
Meow.
And oh,
That's a no.
11 and her target number is 12.
Yeah.
Ah, so
It's
just shy. Well, that's all right.
under.
It's just
It's
shy.
close though.
Yeah,
Close
it
to
is.
pretty.
It is. Do either of you care to explain? Or do you want? Oh,
Well, an elf that wishes to partake in drink and smoke. Perhaps it has clouded your vision.
What's made the one of you nicer?
It's,
It's foul.
Nobody? No.
the pain is too near.
I'm sure Bodhi's got some wine in the back and some elderflower wine, or
Yes.
I'm here a lot, guys.
What do you drink?
Oh,
Oh, yes.
I do have some beautiful tea I brewed just this morning out of the forest.
Power move. I'm definitely bringing tea to the next bar that I
Lovely.
frequent.
Yes. Let's get comfortable. Do you like a cup? I just need this. I just need the saucers.
There you go. I'm sure that's gonna go real well with the beer that I just bought you.
I'm sure it'll be to your elven taste.
So when the three kingdoms fell, dear elf and hobbit, they fought to the bitter end against the forces of Angmar. They didn't make it, and all three kingdoms were laid to waste. The Barrow Downs are where they stashed the glorious dead, with all their hordes of elven-crafted weapons, mithril armor, probably some coins in there. See what I'm
Haunted.
getting at?
Haunted burial grounds.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, that checks out.
Have you ever stepped foot upon one?
Have you?
No, but I've buried my fair share.
Are you saying we
As
need to
have we all.
pillage from our kin?
Yeah. So there's the dilemma, Ranger. In addition to the unpleasant and undoubtedly dangerous task, there's the whole disturbing the Barrows is beyond taboo for civilized folk, and like I said, Cardolan, the last prince, fought to the bitter end against the Witch King.
It's not a place for mortals.
We mean no disrespect, but this could very much turn the tides for us. It's a sacrifice for the greater goods, and were the princes alive today, or if their spirits are listening, I'm sure they will understand. My people are dying, faster than any of us would like to admit. And when we're gone, who's gonna keep the Shire safe? Who's gonna keep the road through Bree clear? This fate rests with you guys. I'm asking for your help.
Should we discuss first? Or
Do it.
Let's do it. We're in,
Yeah.
aren't we?
I mean, we've been talking about going on an adventure for a long time, ever since we
very long
discovered
time.
Bilbo's.
Well, did I mention treasure? Because while you're there, there's nothing really stopping us from, or you from, stuffing your pockets with a couple items as
Well,
well.
we'd really like to find some wild berries, and I need some new roots and herbs. But we'll come along.
You'll come along. Okay, great. I'm sure there's berries
Perhaps
where
there's
you're
just
going.
one very good berry.
Love it. So here's the other catch. This journey has to be secret, not only from our foes, for obvious reasons. I don't want to pitch you guys up on a suicide mission against baddies you can't face. But it's got to be a secret from the other rangers as well. Because a lot of them are really not going to like the whole grave robbing thing, so.
I wonder why.
Perhaps for later.
You're uncomfortable, I understand, but please, 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 when you're on the road and you see how dangerous it is out there, I know you feel the shadow growing. You feel it just as I do. Yeah, I know. I mean, look at you. And then look around you at these faces. Farmers, farriers, stable boys, how are these people gonna fare against the shadow that's growing in the east? Is this not your duty as a ranger?
It is, but not to steal from my kind. We're going to need something stronger than tea.
That's why I bought you the other beer. Drink us.
Not just
brother.
Go on.
It has special properties.
Well then, adventurers, thank you. Thank you, thank you. You're to return here with as much as you can carry. I recommend going through the old forest. See aforementioned note, secrecy, stay off the main roads. I know you're gonna be tempted to take the Brandywine Bridge. Do not do it. Because you will be in plain sight of friend and foe alike. I recommend Buckleberry Ferry, through the gap in the hedge, and road through the old forest.
The old forest can only be traveled by day.
Hence why I'm sending 2 elves on this. Don't drink the water.
Where's other elf?
Oh. Right. Gotcha. And somebody elf-like, but obviously living their best hobbit life.
Indeed.
What I'm looking for here is really just the power of friendship, because, yeah. And also, did I mention treasure? You took the thing in treasure hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Treasure.
Well then, stay off the roads. Don't venture through the forest at night. If you must make camp, which, you know what, you're gonna have to because it's a 2-day journey through the forest here. There is a ranger stone roughly here. So about a day's, if you leave now, you'll make it there by nightfall. But you gotta leave like right after we're done here. If you get through here, stay south of the Withy Windle. Don't drink the water of the Withy Windle. The Hobbit stories about people who have drunk from that river and fallen asleep and not woken up, true. In fact, worst case scenario, if you get lost, make for its banks, but don't even put a toe in the creeks that flow from it. You hear me? Don't touch the water. The Ranger Stone is about a day's journey right by these tall trees. You'll know it. It's about as tall as me. It's got a rune on it. R for Ranger in Elven. I've already talked to the ferryman down at Buckleberry Ferry. I've already paid your way. He knows who you are. He knows what you're doing. His lips are sealed. So gather your things. Middle Earth thanks you.
Well, we must pack up some snacks, and then we'll be off and ready to go.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Are you coming?
Of course, the realm calls.
How long do you need to get ready?
I'm already ready.
Wow.
Bodhi comes by and is like, you need a box for those fish and chips?
Eat them now, and then we go.
Quick, eat. Yes.
Slow down there, friend. I had to do the Heimlich on a little hobbit one time, and oh boy, he was out of action for like a month.
I've heard of the voracious appetite of these hobbits, but I've never seen it for myself. Well eaten indeed.
Huzzah. Huzzah.
How do you say, like, provecho in Elven? I should have looked that up.
Or just like.
No half bites for that halfling.
All right, so you depart. You walk down the old dirt road, busy with carts and wagons and sort of that not necessarily unpleasant waft of fish market nearby. Baked goods, people laughing, kids all playing, little hobbit children with their adorable little feet and their super cute little curls. And you make your way down onto a little jetty that's sticking out onto the Brandywine. And the ferryman recognizes you right away because y'all are a bit of an unmistakable company, and you can tell he's very suspicious. You're the only normal thing about this.
We live here. This is our hood.
You're surprised. Sorry.
Oh yeah, can I like just, since we're gonna be recognized right away, I want to really just make that impression. Just like kind of tilt my head, expose some of my jewelry as it just catches like the starlight.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for
Radiant.
awe just against myself.
Oh, I was gonna roll.
Oh, you roll awe, yeah. That's better.
A favorite skill of mine.
Oh,
17, and I'm trying to beat a 13.
oh wow, okay. So you can see like he's like really kind of gruff and he's ready to go, and you know, he's got the pole all ready to take you across on a little barge about the size of this table, enough for a small pony or two.
Oh yeah, we are bringing a small pony.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Into the forest?
yeah,
for sure.
for sure.
You'd call that a mount?
Tell me what this pony looks like.
This pony is a little, just barely pony, 14 one hands.
I love that you know the breakdown.
Little Palomino, probably a Welsh cross.
Little
decently
dappled butt,
stocky.
so cute.
Yeah, I got some dapples on him. Very, almost has a bit of a flaxish, strawberry-like mane.
Oh yeah, just adorable. Those
And it's
eyes.
just very, and has 2 different colored eyes.
Great listener.
Yeah, it's just very sweet, but
Super soft.
can be like a bitch to anyone he doesn't like, because he's a pony, of course.
And then we just swat
Just
him
as
on the
dangerous
butt.
at the front end as in the back end.
Sure he's not a jackass?
Whoa, 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 whoa. The Shire
It's a
man, keep it
beautiful
PG.
pony.
Yeehaw, yeehaw.
Beautiful.
Brilliant. Okay, so you did very well. So he's sort of leaning against his thing, and you can tell he's kind of giving you all the stink eye, but as you approach, you just kind of see a little bit of childlike awe come to his face, and he kind of softens and, well, all right. And he touches his cap and says, oh, well, I know who you are, and I know what your task is. Well, let me tell you, wouldn't want to be you going into the old forest, especially with a pony. And he starts to ferry you across with his little river stick here.
Very good pony, and he keeps us in check.
More's the reason to keep him out of trouble.
But
Tracked in wolves and spiders and Lord knows what else.
he's a lot hardier than you might think.
A
He is
hearty
very-
meal for somebody.
He's strong.
He is very strong.
No one's gonna eat our pony.
No one.
Hope he's got good footing.
He's very good footing.
Well then.
Actually, that is what he tells me his name is. Sure-footed.
Oh,
No,
his,
no.
Shall we share his name?
Yes.
It is Josh Lenner.
Speaking of which, Dump Josh, thank you so much for the Shadow's Grasp. So I think
He's a very pretty pony, Josh is.
I get more
Very
dice to
dapple.
take your pony. I believe Shadow's Grasp, what did I say, Trevor? It's, I get to roll or take away somebody's skill dice. So I get to take away one of your dice at will. Just if I decide you're doing a little bit too well. Hence, Grasp of the Shadow.
I'm very sorry, Surefoot there. Josh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold your hands flat or he'll bite your fingers.
Do you want to give him a snack?
Yes.
He would.
He'll eat anything.
Here, we have some cheeses.
Well, I'm sure you've heard the legends. Don't drink the water. Don't travel at night.
See, Josh, don't drink the water.
I hope your water skins are full. I wouldn't recommend filling them up here at the Brandywine either. And as you start to cross, you see coming into view the incredibly thick foliage that is a much brighter green than what lies beyond. And it is known, you two would know it, being of the Shire. It is the high hay, the hedge that was planted to keep the old forest out. And it's about 20 feet high. Yeah, so
It's really tall.
Yeah.
and the ferryman pulls up to a matching jetty, just like slightly off kilter, but you can tell he's done it a long time, and he could get it perfect if he wanted to, but you know he's been doing this long enough, he doesn't care. There's a, well, winds be with you.
There they.
He has no idea what you said, but he's just like winking and smiling as he starts pulling back the other.
Come along, Joshy.
Joshy! We're just
Joshy.
leading the pony. Come along, Josh. We're just leading the pony because there's only one pony and two of us, so he's just joining as our emotional support.
You heard it here first. My
pony.
first party took an emotional support pony into the old forest.
Name's Josh Lenner.
Josh Leonard. So keep him safe.
Yeah.
Because he ain't gonna be a secret. So here's your first predicament, Fellowship. How would you like to cross this hedge? How are you gonna do it?
Well, if you run really fast straight,
Perhaps we should
What if
take.
that might
Josh
work.
ate his way through the hedge?
That's how we
Because
usually
Josh
do it.
loves eating hedges.
Whoa.
I wouldn't hedge your bets there.
He's gonna colic if he get out.
Well, helped us by starting to create a way. We're not gonna let him eat the whole hedge, of course.
Gulligan lost?
He eats a lot of hedges,
Is
so
your
it's not new
hedge-
food for him, so really probably shouldn't have many issues with it.
So it was totally good to bring a pony. Are
Exactly.
you gonna eat your way through that?
I mean,
You hear the ferryman who's like alone. He's like, if you change your mind about the Josh pony, I can probably take him back, keep him safe for you.
Shut up, Steven!
you haven't convinced the naysayers yet.
Well, I go all they, Josh.
Come on, Josh. Look, lovely snacks.
Yeah.
I'm not
Um,
Is that really what you want to do?
gonna let
You're gonna let him eat the hedge?
Yes.
On the borders of the old forest?
Yes.
Okay, your dog dies. Or sorry, your pony dies.
Fuck that.
No.
Dog dies? What's my dog have to do with this?
I'm kidding.
Really mean.
So, dear Josh, he takes a trot up, but you can see he's his animal senses can definitely tell that there's something weird beyond this hedge, and he sort of
Getting-
sniffs the leaves, and they're thick, almost like a Middle Earth version of a laurel. So not that
yummies.
deep
Yummy.
emerald green of what you get around here. It's sort of
Yummy.
got that more like choisia green, and he won't take a bite.
Okay, fair.
What if I picked it off? Do this half the time.
He sniffs it, but you can see he's very much kind of nervous. His The red
have
of his
swords,
nostrils are showing as he flares them, and he is shaking and.
You know how the
stamping.
adventurers do that we see where they like go like whoosh whoosh.
No, do not slash at them.
How come?
They are living. Don't you remember the songs? Perhaps you and I
But
could sing
so do
together.
you not eat any plants?
Perhaps.
Art them.
What do you eat? How do you fill all your
Okay.
meals?
Can you sing that song and just remind me how it goes?
No, I don't remember this time.
Really?
You were singing. I was so excited.
Let's sing together. Actually, let's hear it first.
What are we going to sing?
Well, you're gonna sing some magical getting through the vine song, and we're gonna be through. Because they're living and we don't want to cut them, and Josh won't eat them inexplicably.
If Josh says no, Josh says no.
It's all about consent.
Can I make it like scan to see where the thinnest part of this area?
Absolutely.
Scan.
Also, feel free to roll lore. Like, y'all can roll almost any of your abilities here.
Here,
Can I persuade the vines?
You can certainly try.
Or just be so courteous that the vines would like to move for me?
I'll start speaking to the vines.
I would just like to welcome the vines and explain that we are kind beings who would just like to take a little venture through the forest and sit down and have our picnic.
Roll
in
away.
a place.
Roll away.
things.
So that is favored, which means
And you were going to roll for which?
Scan. I'm scanning for
Scan.
where to
All right.
go.
How'd you do?
I did get not quite enough.
Not quite enough.
Wait, no.
Ranger, any action taken?
10 on
Mr.
11.
Pathfinder, Wanderer of the Wilds and the Wastes.
Sword in hand, I'm just going to spin it in the dirt while I contemplate if I remember the lore as to this particular hedge.
Brilliant.
Not enough.
I met my courtesy.
Magic.
Is that a?
I got a.
Remember,
But the other one.
Oh, no, it's a 7.
Oh, thank God.
oh yeah, so for it's a completely new to me dice mechanic where I have them on my fancy dice, but y'all don't have them. So the Eye of Sauron is an 11 on the D12 here, and that is a crit fail.
Oh, it's an 11.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh no, it's not.
It's not. It's just a 0. It's
Oh,
not,
so it's,
Yeah,
it's a 0.
0.
Sorry. And
pretty
the
bad.
12 is the rune for Gandalf, and that is an automatic success.
Yeah.
with emphasis.
Okay. So you can tell that the plants are really enjoying your singing. And it seems
Because
to
we must
calm
have
Josh.
breakfast and second breakfast, and then 11sies, and then luncheon, and then what we really have prepared is we have a beautiful afternoon tea picnic that we just can't wait to sit down in the old forest and have and think about how Bilbo Baggins ran through this forest before us and just
Adventuring.
reminisce.
Well, y'all wanted adventure, and you came to the right spot. You just gotta get past this hedge.
Well,
Yeah, I'm talking to the
we're sweet
hedge.
talking the
Yeah.
edge.
So you can tell they really enjoy it. It's been
gonna
a long
sing
time
to
since
the
this
hedge,
plant has
too.
had anybody talk to it. So
So, how can I sense how the plant might want us to traverse through?
We're supposed to say.
what would you
But what
like
is not
to
copyrighted?
roll for that?
Riddle.
Riddle, nice, do it.
That is 20.
Yep.
Which beats my
That's gonna
13.
be pretty much whatever you got there.
That ought to do it.
Brilliant. So, as you go through your mental litany of riddles that you've been accumulating and curating since you were a very, very small hobbit,
Even small.
sitting on your grandpa's feet by the fire as he swung them, you feel a breeze that smells very sweet and woody.
I feel like I'm gonna lift up on my feet.
Cartoon style. And just,
Josh seems to sense it too. And he seems to sort of pull on his lead to go a little bit further south
Oop, give him a little smack on the butt.
along this way.
Butt pats?
Do you follow?
Sure. I'll just be like, wait, let me catch up to you, Josh. I have to be at your shoulder, otherwise it's not safe.
I see that Josh is leading this fellowship.
Yes, Josh is leading this fellowship.
You're doing great, guys. And after, a few minutes of, you're probably wondering what the heck is going on here, and maybe bringing up the rear guard, rolling your eyes, doing that whole ranger, like, oh, amateurs. If only I'd rolled higher. I want to be king. And you just kind of keeping your shadow of equal amusement, disdain, and a little bit of disbelief with the antics of us following a horse. Josh leads you to a small little gap.
Is it like about my height?
It's much smaller.
Oh,
In the hedge.
we can crawl.
You can crawl.
How do we get Josh through? Maybe once we're on the other side, we can find a bigger opening.
Well, perhaps Josh will find his own way home. I'll just undo the.
No. No. Josh has done so much for us so far.
He's family.
He is family. He is part of this group of 5.
The forest is no place for a pony.
The forest is exactly a place for a pony. Look at Bilbo's journey.
Well, very. Lead on, Josh.
I'm gonna see if Josh can figure out himself how to get through this gap in the hedge.
Do you want to roll athletics for Josh?
Sure, what would Josh's athletics be?
That's really weird.
Josh is pretty athletic.
He's a magic
We'll
pony.
give him the same target number as you. That sounds fair.
But how many dice? Because I, as a hobbit, don't have much athletics, but he's a pretty strong built pony.
Beast of burden?
Yes,
but-
all those hours of training you spent with Josh, working on running, jumping, climbing.
Plowing.
It's true.
Yes.
He goes through an obstacle course daily. He's very gifted.
You just
Come on.
Well,
how about I have 2 dice?
you're rolling athletics, right?
Yeah.
So there are other ways to be athletic. Maybe he can be like super.
But how many of the
the same as
D6s?
yours.
Are we sure
Well,
he's
mine is really bad.
before?
Like, it is
Before you
impossible.
commit to this,
Cool.
let's make sure he's not a one-trick pony.
Oh, wow.
So it isn't.
See, this is the trouble with the ranger.
It
They
is-
don't say anything.
Rides at the back and makes scrappy puns.
So
And
it
then
is
there's
impossible
that.
for me to roll that.
You can still roll. You would just how many skill dice do you get on top of your feet dice?
Because you repeat.
Right now, none. That's
Oh,
why I
then
was
just roll
saying.
straight D12.
But my target number is 15.
Does somebody maybe want to stand behind Josh and push?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
so
your
you can lend
athletics?
them a.
Yours too. So you roll 2 d6s and I'll roll the 12.
Fine.
I rolled a 1.
The Eye of Sauron.
I rolled 9.
So
What would you like to do?
Blackberry's doing really well pushing.
Yeah, and Josh is
Yay!
just like he thinks he's getting pats, and he kind of like does that thing.
Little scritchy scritch.
And I just join in and help.
I'll go and give Blackberry a push.
All right, lend them a feet die, or we can roll with your strength.
How far over? Can I just toss the hobbit over?
Certainly try.
Excuse me, you didn't ask for consent here.
Gonna say.
No touching.
Roll persuasion. No.
Yes.
All right, you yeet the hobbit. Oh, 20. Okay.
It's fine. You made it.
I tumble on the floor.
Yay.
All right. Well, the ranger pulls out.
Jesus! I'm grasping a
Cheese in your
basket.
I still have.
Where's the cheese coming from?
I have a basket.
Where did you get a basket? What's the horse for? You're
There's a basket.
Should I grab the cheese?
Hobbit logic makes my brain sad, but also deep.
Oh, wonderful. Let's have a little pick.
They brought a doily. Okay. It's okay. We're getting to the gritty part, folks.
That's pretty.
The ranger,
Just two hands like right into the back of Blackberry. Just
Wow. 2, huh?
yeah, just a real shove.
But there we go.
Chain reaction there, you know?
all right.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
poor Josh. Is there horse health in this? I was not going to give you all horses, so
No.
no, they don't have health.
Frugal lifestyle.
Well, not you, but
Also, I guess.
well, I'm the DM. I'm gonna make it up. Thankfully, nothing gets in his eyes, but he instinctively kind of puts his head down and like does that pony sideways shuffle, and like a bunch of your bags come off and get ripped off, and now there's pine needles and all the cheese and.
Still good.
Cheese me.
Already been in the forest yet.
Ask me before you put your hands on my butt.
But yes,
That was your pack.
Josh is now.
Well, now that I'm on the other side, I'm waiting for them to sort out. So I bring out my picnic
You're eating all
blanket.
the food while they're on the other side of the hedge. Wasn't there like literally a big fight about this in the?
I'm not eating all the food. I'm
Hobbits
just having
don't-
some food.
Stuffing his face when master's not
The
looking.
hobbits don't hold grudges. Everything's cool.
Except the ones that live for 2,000 years, they literally grudge so hard they become like.
That was one guy.
So, everyone at Bethany is crossed.
So if you guys,
All behind them.
I
Did
mean,
you guys
the horse is
cross?
through, and poor
And that
Blackberry
is-
falls on her face
Ow.
and
hand
loses
you
one
some
endurance.
Oh!
Ow.
wait, do I also lose something?
No, you're a
We're
hobbit. You're
best
light.
friends?
You
Oh,
You were tossed.
were tossed like a salt. And now there's a bigger sized hole for you to use.
And as I've already started setting up a bit of a picnic, Blackberry comes over and joins me.
Here's the thing: is a bunch of those branches got real broken in the process,
Oh.
and you get the sense that
I did not break a single one.
you've done something wrong. You have this little seed of anxiety growing inside your chest, like
Okay.
things around you did not like that.
Sorry.
There's still a few rays of sunlight and some beautiful sword ferns that are kind of growing on the other side, but as soon as you get into the old forest and you notice the trees are immensely thick, the thickest you've ever seen. They're twisted in a way that feels really unnatural. And
Get
the
why
further
they don't leave the old forest.
Don't touch the trees.
and as you finish your snack and plod through, you've been going for about 15 minutes, and you notice the shafts of light that are beaming through get fewer and far between. There's no more sword ferns. Ranger, as you looked back over your shoulder, bringing up the rear guard there, you swear you saw the hedge close.
How's
So-
Josh?
Josh does not like it here. He's like, his pride's super wounded from the aforementioned, shoving.
Same.
And yeah, the real victim here is Blackberry guy.
Yeah.
Josh is gonna be fine.
That's why I
need
brought out the
to
cheeses and grapes
And hearten the horse, the pony.
to try.
Great.
See, and we're sharing with Josh too.
No.
No, the horse is not getting heartened. I don't think it.
Not my job.
I
I'm
don't-
gonna be like, oh.
You go to pat him on the withers, and as you do, you notice he winces harder than just general whoa, I'm uneasy, and you tapped me, and you notice that there's a big scratch right there, so he's he doesn't like you anymore.
Oh no, there's a scratch there?
Yeah,
Can
got ponies.
Can I?
I give him a little bit of healing balm?
You're gonna need that healing balm.
Okay.
I've got. I've also got some healing balm.
So there's a stillness and a quietness once the hedge disappears between the trunks that would have been tranquil if there was birdsong or a butterfly dancing in the few sheaths of light that make their way to the canopy floor. But there are no lovely things in this place. The silence fills you from the inside out rather than coming through your ears. And deep down, you know you have many eyes on you. This is where none but the bravest of hobbit youth will venture. And again, only the most desperate of rangers. Neither ever at night. So party leader, do we want to assign our journey roles here?
I am very confident.
So we need a hunter who's in charge of food in the wild. Know who that's going to be. The lookout in charge of keeping the watch. A scout in charge of setting up the camp and opening new trails. And the guide in charge of all decisions concerning route, rest, and supplies.
Well, I suppose I should take a
Repeat
look out.
those.
I am keen-eyed as an elf should be.
I feel that my experiences out in the wilds set me up for guide.
What were the other two again?
Hunter.
Hunter in charge of the food.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
And then
And scout.
Yes. Scout is in charge of setting up camp and opening new trails.
Camp's
I can
already
set up
set.
camp.
Okay, but not yet. You do it when party leader tells you. When the guide.
Captain?
In that case, Tristan, can you roll a d12 for me?
Just a single one.
Yes, Targon is a captain.
Yes. Which book am I looking at here? This one. Yeah.
I'm not some herb. Just one? No travel benefit.
Strange one of the wild herb.
Quattro. 4.
A 4. Lovely. Swarms of stinging flies assault the company, mercilessly biting any exposed flesh. Swatting and dodging seems to do no good. It is long before the cloud moves on, and each player hero loses 1 endurance as well as 1 hope because of the miserable, lingering pain. For whatever reason, they don't seem to bother Josh.
That's weird.
They're sick of horse meat.
Usually horses go crazy over flies, but maybe that's just mares.
Horses go crazy over flies?
No. As in when they attack them, they decide to throw a fit and have a...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, they're not interested in him. They have
That
a
is
taste for
great.
humanoid flesh.
That's
Lovely.
not great.
So
Don't you want some cheese instead?
as you continue through the forest, you notice you can't really see where the sun is at, which puts you especially at a disease. You know you have to get to the Ranger Stone by nightfall, but you start to hear the very slightest sound of flowing water. So you have a decision. That is a very tempting sort of thought to follow the river, to approach the downs from a little bit
Is the
more from the
river
north.
like a main road that we're not?
No, a river is not a road.
No, like a main pathway or something?
No, this is just the old forest, so there are no roads here. They tried to build them a couple of times, but the trees kept moving around and overgrowing them. So as you look behind you, you see your path has moved and disappeared behind you.
I fear we are lost.
Smart.
Guide?
Keep our current heading.
In which direction?
Yes, towards more stinging flies.
Excellent.
I feel like this
West or
aggression is not necessary in a group where we're trying to
Northwest.
be friends, right?
I fear you're reading
There we
far too much into my words.
I'm not that good at reading into words, so I don't think I'm reading that far.
Guys, I think the trees are moving, but the river is not. Just don't get any on ya.
You remember Harathir's words, there is the option of the Ranger Stone by those tall trees.
Well, Ranger,
River or stone?
We make for the stone.
Okay. Remind me what I rolled to make you guys journey?
journey.
Travel?
Journey!
Oh yeah, let's do that. There's literally a stat for that.
Oh no! Don't make me roll this.
Wait, do we all?
Why ever not?
Now, it's going to
Do
be
we
the elf.
nominate a single roll or do we all roll?
Yeah, perhaps the best of us should be the one to travel us.
Yes.
So I have travel favored, but
That.
I have no extra dice in it. And I have a 12 to beat, so I have 2 chances to get a 12.
But you could also spend hope. I mean, you can spend hope.
Oh, right. You can do that.
So
Can I
add a
choose?
D6.
Can I choose to spend hope depending on the roll?
I think you have to
For
decide
whichever-
it before.
Do I have to say it before?
Oh, I see one
Yeah,
of the
because
two rolls.
it's favored, so you get 2.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then if you spend a hope, then you get a D6 to add to it.
I mean,
But I have to
have,
pick the higher of the two.
Yes.
I have travel 3, but it's not favored. And I have to hit a 12.
But that's potentially 18 more.
Maybe you.
I've got it.
And add a hope.
Ranger, odds are even.
I like to even the odds.
Let the forest eat him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm tempted. Odds are
Swallow you up.
Even.
even.
Yes.
Okay. So both of you roll
Roll what?
for Journey.
Oh,
You were doing it a favorite with an expended hope point for the extra dice.
Love
Oh, I got it with success.
so I got 2 1s on the d12s.
At least those aren't crit fails.
It's a
Those
gift.
are
There's
crit
a-
fails.
No,
Zeros.
11
No,
is
the-
Sauron.
Zeros.
Yeah.
But there is no. Oh, if you
11
get it-
is
Yeah.
What?
11's a 0.
Yeah.
Oh,
But no, 1. 1 is 0, 12 is Gandalfian.
Oh, okay.
but one.
This forest
I rolled
is great.
1s.
Yeah. I know.
So that.
Oh, you're saying it's a
so
lot.
that's a crit fail.
I see.
You crit failed twice?
Well, it's basically I rolled 2 nat 1s at advantage.
When's the last time you played a barbarian? Maybe you should play a barbarian more. His D12s are cold.
All right.
It is what it is.
So thanks to Tristan's roll, you do make it to a stone that is roughly, you didn't see her standing up, but it's roughly Harathir's height.
I see
Could be
you've
this one.
appropriated more of our runes.
I did think about that, actually.
There's so many better ones.
Okay, so Odo, I'm gonna need you to roll me a
Romancing the
Well.
stone. Seriously.
3.
You can say we
Tuga.
will ruin the day.
I'll think about that. Remember.
Rake.
Ranger.
I don't think any other of our DMs have had to put up with food fights.
Oh no, we're just sharing.
They warned me about the crazy antics, and I was like,
I warned you in advance that we had a picnic set up, and this is not all the food. There's more
It's
food.
just snacks.
What?
I just like the teacups and the. Anyway, I'm not mad. I'm just
Yeah.
impressed. I'm seriously just impressed. Okay, so this could be the stone.
I'm going to investigate to see if I can find the proper markings.
Okay, what are you gonna use?
I am going to use Explore.
Explore. Nice. Does anyone
Can
else
I-
want to check out this stone or get a lay of the land?
Can I
Yes.
assist with like some awareness of this area and just try to like point out some more landmarks? Not necessarily finding like
Can
the
I
rune,
try-
but like trying to help paint the picture.
Right. So you're helping his roll.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can I try and help them focus through song?
You can certainly try.
So I'm trying to make it. Trying to help them relax so that they can think straight.
Critical success.
Ah,
Take this one.
I'll take a
Huzzah.
critical success.
Crit success.
I
Nicely
failed.
done. Sorry.
I failed.
I failed.
So,
Everyone.
wow, these hobbit folk really. I'm impressed you've spent so much time in their presence.
No. Let's hear the song.
What do you mean?
Yep, with your mouth full of cheese. In fact, that's what does it. He has that thing where if he hears people chewing, then he freaks out.
Would you like to help me sing a song?
No.
You can't major in singing in song, and then it's Lord of the Rings. There's a crap ton of singing.
Alrighty. You've got breakfast and second breakfast and 11sies and luncheon, afternoon tea and dinner, then supper, and then late night snacks.
All right.
Hey!
As soon as you
Lovely.
start to sing, you notice the trees start to squeak and creak and just make very angry belly sounds. And I'd like you to take a shadow point, please.
How do I...
Instant
Because-
shadow point?
Wait,
Of all the
Yes.
crowds of trees,
you also get a shadow point, don't you? Because we're best friends. Forever.
no, that's when you take an injury. It drives your bonded partner.
That
into-
is
Okay.
But no, you just sense like absolute hatred from the trees around you, and
You're not a fan of meals?
They, instead of leaning away to get away from your song, some branches start to shift and move over you. And then they stop, just like a menacing. It would almost be better if they kept moving, but they are just poised over top of you. And as you are looking around, you just lift up a little clump of moss, and very, very clearly you see the rune for Ranger.
excellent. Excellent. We did well. Blackberry, please, cheese us.
Cheese.
Jesus.
One for you?
All right.
All right.
All right. It is indeed undoubtedly getting darker. So for the night watch, the lookout, you are going to remain awake. The rest of you can take a rest, a short one.
Rest. What does that do?
Short rest, I believe,
I require a short rest.
Short rest, you get to
recover.
Needed. Recover a number of lost endurance points equal to their strength rating.
Haha.
Nice.
Excellent.
So we still our hope stays the same, I believe.
And who was the lookout again?
What? Oh,
You were looking.
Elf.
Elf.
Yep, that's me.
You roll a d12 for me.
Just a D12, not my.
A which?
I can't scan.
I mean, you can.
I'm gonna try. Yeah. 7 on the 12, and then 11 is 18.
Oh, nicely done. Okay. So throughout the night, as the others rest, you're an elf. You don't sleep, so you do that weird half brain asleep like a dolphin thing.
Meditate.
Like a bird.
Pardon?
Do they meditate?
No, this ain't D&D. Or the witch. Me? You hear several noises throughout the night. The odd tree creak. You hear some footsteps that you feel are larger than any beast that you can think of moving through the undergrowth, but it's moving in a direction away from you, or off in the distance enough so that you're not too worried. But on the void, or on the night air, there's like a little bit of a breeze coming in, which tells you, being an elf, that there is water nearby, which you know would be the Withywindle. But you hear like someone has flicked a wine glass, a pure voice on the air, singing songs of lily pads and stars and little lovely creatures and water lilies.
Can I attempt to sneak up on this voice?
You can certainly try. Do you want to leave your part?
I'm not actually sleeping.
Yeah.
I'm pretending to sleep. But I'm very nosy, so I
I'm
want to see
very
what's
much
happening.
sleeping.
Can I follow?
You can. All right.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
So you make your way further than you're comfortable away from the camp, but something is compelling you forward. And the voice gets louder, but it also gets sweeter as you can hear the perfect elven accent on the voice that's singing it. You are kind of just like holding onto his hood, just kind of like letting him drag through the thing and like
Seeing where he's going.
trying to like hum along a little bit because I believe you are specialized in song as well, so you're like taking mental note of trying to write this stuff down.
Yeah.
You come across or upon the Withywindle. What would you like to do? The voice seems to be coming from everywhere and nowhere all at once. It's sort of all encompassing. And through the leaves of some of the ash and the oak trees, it's not as piney down here.
If only we were
But
a
you
little
can see
further
the
out.
stars.
It could just be like. Rinonin Broinen Alien Hola. Alas, wrong.
This is not the Bruinen. The forts of the Bruinen do not respond. Oh, no, like way over to the, on the other side of the Brelands and the Fallen Kingdoms. The Bruinen goes, and just gets like, you get like one little, but back at camp, Josh's ears perk up.
Ooh!
Does that wake us up at all?
No, y'all are fast asleep. Uneasily.
I'm glad you followed me out here. I am curious. Why did you choose to leave the people?
I just didn't feel like myself there.
I am beginning to feel the same.
Are you feeling more like yourself right now?
A little bit.
Do you remember what this song is?
It's something about reeds and water. Something about fire, but I'm...
You could roll lore.
It sounds like something I heard as a child.
Oh, smashed it. Another critical success. Plus...
Sorry.
It's right here! So that's a 22 on the lore check.
Okay. So the realization hits you like you're a bell and someone has doinged you and you're like, oh. There's literally tales of the elven river daughter on the Withy Windle who dances along its surface. You've heard this passing through the Brelands. You've heard it, passing through Hobbit areas as well. I was going to say Hobbiton, but I don't know if you've ever been to Hobbiton.
Not yet.
But she's known as the River Daughter, and she... Tales of her are pretty, like, mixed. Where, you know, she, like... Some people say that she, like, lures people into the Withy Windle, and then they, of course, fall victim to the sleep or some other grave misfortune. Some hobbits in later years will totally blame her for Frodo's parents drowning because they were out in a boat and she flipped it. Others, however, have told of great fortune coming from the River Daughter and receiving her blessing and her having immense healing powers. And as suddenly as that realization hits you, the singing stops.
I know that song.
Enough of this. We should get back to them. We should not tarry here.
You see, with your keen elven eyes, even in the darkness, a single little white water lily float down towards you and stop just on the little shore where you're standing, almost as if somebody with very dainty hands had cupped it and sent it sailing towards you. What would you like to do?
It's a gift.
You're right.
We need to
cannot
sing back.
refuse.
You remember this song, don't you?
It started for us.
So espoa sedri floa sincoloa ustimoa bi sardusi solistani. Remember?
No. But I'm trying now.
Now that I've sung it back, can we pick it up?
You could have picked it up before, but like I get food fights and serenaded on the first date, so this is going great. You receive. Sorry, I've got too many books open here. La 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 la.
We need at least one more.
No, I've got like 6 back here. Don't look. Don't look at my mess.
That's what the DM screen's for. So
Yeah.
It's a magical thing.
Private mess.
And as you sing those words, it all comes rushing like a river back to you. The tales of Lady Goldberry, wife of Tom Bombadil, the River Daughter. Beautiful and calm, the elusive maiden some call Goldberry possesses an elvish kind of beauty. She is an enchantment and a mystery to all whom she encounters. Golden hair and clad in a dress of reeds and living flowers, she springs lightly as the wind upon the banks of the river. Singing along with the natural beauty of a summer rain, she shares songs that rise the hearts of all who are blessed to hear her. The blessed few who hear the song of Goldberry, the River Daughter, find their fear driven back. All darkness seems far away. Hearts are lightened by the joy of her presence, and the fairness of her voice regains 1 point of hope and the gift of such song and a smile. And you take on Lady Goldberry as your patron. The both of you. So you get +1 fellowship point. So you can spend a fellowship point to augment your rolls in combat and re-roll what you might need to re-roll.
Woo!
Would you say that this cleanses my shadow then?
All right. And as you make your way back to the camp, the haze in the trees sort of starts to get a little bit warmer and the mist starts to dissipate, and there's a gray morning ahead.
well, first things first.
Breakfast?
Yes.
It truly never stops.
Party leader, guide, are you gonna indulge their breakfast? Probably at least have.
We'll allow them one. What is that? Lembas bread?
Yes.
Hey,
With a hobbit twist.
More cheese?
never traveled with so much food.
Butter scraped over too much toast?
Lemon square?
Nut free.
Guide? You're already at full health. Stop eating.
Oh no.
And I thought we were gonna get to the Barrow Downs today.
All right.
I don't have a knife for this, but if you'd like to rip off a piece.
Delicious.
We're saving that one for later.
All right.
Pack up and go.
Oh, you notice that Josh is gone.
Uh-oh.
No! The treats!
You look out left. He pulled his little, like, you know how you like staked him to the ground with the trees did really not like?
I ground tied him. I didn't. He knows how to ground tie. I didn't stake it to the ground. He knows how to ground tie.
Okay.
So you just drop the lead rope.
Oh,
He knows that means tying.
leaving a pony untethered in the Josh is smarter.
Well,
than
he
that.
is trained.
Wall.
He's
Self-preservation.
very good
Yeah.
at jujitsu.
So, where'd the pony go?
I do not
Didn't
know.
you see the pony leaving? You're the lookout.
I did look out.
I don't know how we're gonna.
I looked
stay
out
safe
upon the
without-
river
And
and
So you left?
Pink Emma,
quite
thanks
safe.
for the shadow point. Or sorry, the shadow's grasp.
uh-oh.
Pink Emma. We'll have words later on Discord. But for now,
Yeah, there's no cord here.
perhaps it is a blessing. You can track an animal, can't you?
Ooh. Please.
You want me to pretend I'm hunting pony?
I mean, Josh has been leading us all this way. Perhaps a little
He's
further.
doing a good job.
A very good job indeed.
Right.
Look, this ain't no time for pony play.
It certainly is. I'm going to find the trail.
You can certainly
We'll
try.
find Josh.
16 does beat my wit score.
Are you looking?
Is there tracks
Yes.
that I can lead towards?
So this is a very unelfly sight. Is you bent it and sort of crawling on all fours, looking at for any signs of twigs and leaves. The problem is that being in the old forest, things move around at will. And
How about scent?
he's been gone a while. So you can tell roughly which direction he went for maybe 10, 12 meters.
Sounds like a job for a hobbit then.
I think we should
Would you
keep going.
politely ask one of these fine folk around us what directions we need to go?
No.
Can I find any little creatures?
There are no lovely things in this place.
Doesn't mean they're lovely, but little creatures or plants.
Indeed.
You
Trees?
notice
I'd like to speak to the trees.
You remember how they reacted to your singing?
Well, I'm not going to sing this time.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll go to
Roll
my
a d12 for me.
9. So I'd like to
feel we
speak to
should
the
really
trees.
press on.
Oh, don't
Let's
forget
just
you can
go.
spend hope. If you want to make it. Well,
Yeah, wait, is this something that I can spend hope on, or what am I rolling for?
You're about to find out.
But
no.
can I have my speech to the trees?
You could roll your speech if you felt
Well,
like it.
I'd also like to say my speech.
Oh.
Excuse me, so we have a very special friend who has been very kind to your forest. His name is Josh Lenner. He can be a little rambunctious, but he keeps us very much emotionally in check. And we want to be nice and calm as we enter through your forest so that we can keep that calm energy. So I just ask of you, and thank you for allowing us to stay alive in this forest. And I just ask if you could possibly lead us to where he went, because he is very special to us and we will follow him.
As you were making this
Courtesy.
beautiful, heartfelt speech, you look down and you notice there is ivy growing up your bare feet and winding its way. And when you sort of like, ugh, it is sharp as all heck. And it's got a venom on it, like a hop burns when it's.
I was
right across
being
your skin.
courteous.
So you lose 2 endurance points, but you can make a healing roll to try to avoid that.
How healing roll?
And then let's run.
But I'm going to use one of my Shadow's Grasps to take away one of your feet, your die.
Nope.
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 Is that with the die or without the die? Did I get the die in time?
Yeah. Well, I rolled both, and then it would have been fine. But then you.
and now they die.
What? No, it's just 2.
I failed.
Dying. No one's dying.
So you lose 2 endurance points. You're not dead.
Let's just agree.
I'm dead.
Let's just agree.
Ow!
Josh's
burns.
story
Burns like hell.
is a
It
ponytail
burns.
for another time.
Oh, wow. See,
There
that's why
isn't
we
sharp,
throw things.
pointy things in the
You can do
Shire.
it when I can play back, but I can't right now. I'm at work.
All right, let's get out of this terrifying forest.
That's what I've been telling you guys.
When I'm
Eventually,
not,
that's
that's the horse of a
really all
different
that
color.
was made up to be, because there isn't sharp, pointy things in the Shire. All the plants are nice to us, and they bring us food.
You're in the wrong neighborhood.
I hate to break it to you, but there are sharp, pointy things in the Shire.
But they don't attack us.
Let's run. Anyone? Does anyone want to run? Can we run?
What was that point? Yeah, you can run.
Let's run for
Yeah,
our
we're
lives.
running. I'm grabbing your
run.
hand, and we are running.
Okay.
You're running.
Run away!
Are you leading this or
Yes,
chasing them?
I'm leading this.
Get out front, Ranger.
Grab the food!
Got it.
Thankfully, as you are running, you all
Grab our
get...
basket and start running.
Josh didn't have the basket? What was this horse
No,
carrying?
I was carrying
Okay,
the
your
basket.
emotions. He was
Carrying their
carrying
emotions, yes.
Yeah, that was such a bad
That's
DM.
important. And our other, well, some of our stuff, but our basket of food
Yes, it's very important.
is had to be on us because it's very important. We need to be able to snack at all
Your
times.
emotional support snack basket, I see.
Yes, exactly.
It's a...
God, that's an encumbrance.
I mean, Anyway,
I thought there was a wicker joke in there, but you know, it
can
was straw.
can I assist in trying to like keeping awareness of my surroundings, helping to guide everyone around the
Oh
shepherd?
God, we have an elven sheepdog here, or a sheep guide. Yes, you can. But I will need you to roll 1d12 extra for me.
Do you have? Are you making it ill?
You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm not making it ill.
I can.
I make everybody around me ill. I don't need to. Yes.
Okay, so because it's favored and you're giving me ill favor?
Nope, I'm not giving you ill.
Oh, then I take it all back, and that's a 16, which is.
You pass it? Fine. Okay. I was getting ready. Yes, so thanks to your elven guide, who is knowledgeable in all things tree and nature, you somehow managed to stay together. I don't know how you would I'm trying to picture how this looks in my head, and you just have each one of you has a hand on the basket, and you're just
I just have several.
anime running, all
Yes.
the
No.
They've
So
given me
each of-
several
so
pieces
we're
of
arming-
cheese from breakfast that I can't possibly eat.
We are armed.
And I'm just going to
armed,
throw
and then
a
our
path
other
ahead of
arms are
them.
holding the basket in the middle of
And
us.
they're just going to
we
follow
are-
the cheese.
and our little legs
brilliant.
are moving.
Follow the cheese.
Okay.
So we have arm in arm, extra hand on the basket, one hand on
One
each.
of you's
No,
That's great.
crouching.
I'm putting you over my
crouching.
shoulder and I'm gonna run.
okay, so
over
you're
your
gonna
shoulder.
take 2 points of weariness.
Got it. Worth it.
But you're just bringing up the rear, but you're doing
As
it.
I'm over
You're
the
pulling out your little ranger,
As I'm over
grime
the shoulder,
hand.
I'm just holding the basket and eating grapes out of it.
Okay, you make it out of the way. Okay, so you notice the trees are getting more sparse and there's more alder
Yes.
instead of those big thick branches. And you make it to the lip of the forest.
Finally.
And before you see, oh my goodness. So where do you come out? I'm gonna flip this now. These are my emotional support pine cones. I got them before me.
So what you're saying is we went over the river and through the woods.
To grandmother's house we go. I got you.
To
Don't scare me like
Glorfindel's
that.
house we go.
Don't scare me like that. So you have come through the old forest. Here's the Withy Windle here.
What do you mean?
Onto boop, 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 the Barrow Downs. So you are here. It all looks very small here, but isn't this pretty?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. I showered this morning. You can't charm the lore master here. So the Barrow Downs are where the kingdom of Cardolan used to be, being one of the 3 kingdoms that fell, and it was one of the last standing ones. They fought very long and very hard to keep the forces of evil at bay, but that was millennia ago. So you guys, there's some ruins and some dead guys here, but you've heard the name Cardolan before for sure.
It's a real downer.
Like rangers.
Ranger, can you check your pocket for me?
What's in my pocket?
Baggins. I just had to make you say it, I'm sorry. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You get a lembas bread!
Yes.
And tied to this lembas bread, I think that means you get, you can restore an endurance point?
Oh.
I gotta double check my chapter entrance. Or, Andrew, what does that mean?
You tell me, it's good.
Okay, bueno. Tied to this piece of lembas bread is a note that Harethir must have slipped into your pocket. And it...
Trixie.
Hobbit. She's not Hobbit. Don't stop baiting me like that.
Ranger.
What?
It's scrawled in somewhat of a frantic hand on very weathered paper. You can see it's been folded many times. It used to be something else. It's not just a bar napkin. This is nice paper. Almost like a torn corner of a map, perhaps. I've forgotten your name. Targon. It says, Targon, my patron must not know of this. Oh, are we getting what our chat redemptions are? Do. Oh, that's different. That's another work thing. The Barrow Downs, wait, I wrote it down. Gosh dang it. I wrote so much. Much to my own demise. Pew, 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 pew. Yes.
Can you eat those two?
What?
There is one item in particular that I require. It is a gift for my patron. It is the sword of the last prince of Cardolan, Gwyhathil, the Wind's Edge. I need that sword. Return it to me, and I will reward you especially. And grant you a place in my company, should you desire it. Much love, kisses, Harathir.
I'll
I was
Fold.
thinking about the kisses part. 'Cause
fold the note back up, and with the lembas bread, put it in my pocket for later.
you don't reveal it to the group.
No.
So now you know which of the Barrows you should be targeting. Quick note before we do, there is an entire journeying, adventuring phase to this game that I've kind of adapted just because we are playing a one-shot today. But long-form campaign, check it out. It's really cool because there's a fellowship phase and a journeying phase. And yeah, despite there being like serious friends-off action between C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien over putting Santa Claus in the Chronicles of Narnia, there's Yule, which is part of the lore of the book. So this is something I've really enjoyed getting into and researching. I highly, highly recommend this game and checking it out, especially if you're a Lord of the Rings nerd. Emphasis on the lore of the rings, like me.
Thanks, League.
Yes, thanks, really. Boop, boop, boop. I think that covers everything I'm supposed to say. Now back to the story. Boom. So, to recap, your quest to pinch, raid, not so much, to incorporate supplies from the Barrow from the Barrow Downs, and supply very, very much needed relief to the exhausted stocks of the Northern Rangers who protect the Shire. You've accepted this quest most nobly. You made it through the perilous old forest. However, you did lose your dear pony.
Josh.
Rip Josh.
Can we have
You
a moment
snapped.
of silence?
You were okay. You guys are prepared. You're like Swiss Army hobbits. It's great.
Avosto.
Hironith, abuene. May he find peace after death. But you don't know he's dead. He's probably fine. He's probably living his best pony life in the haunted
With one
forest
bigger.
of terror. Beautiful. You've just been running through the trees after having your feet ripped apart by some really nasty ivy. The forest wanted you out. You heeded the call, and you have arrived almost as suddenly as you had entered it. Before you is a gray landscape. Gray clouds sweep across in a very, almost looking like it's threatening to thunder way, over craggy gray rocks before you in sort of these rolling, sweeping hills. Even the grass seems to sort of absorb some of the gray around. If the old forest was silent, it was pleasant in comparison to the ambience here. There's a wind that, though it isn't strong, it's loud to the inside of your head. Almost like a distorted tuning fork. You feel it more than you hear it. Making loud noises of any kind feels uneasy. And you begin your descent down this rocky bank onto the escarpment.
Midderweg, Manon. Be not afraid, friends, for we are together.
Nice.
Do I know enough lore to share my trepidation about going in there?
I would certainly say so, yes.
Okay. So,
Oh, yes, and you found the note in your pocket and a piece of lembas bread,
Yes.
where it's a magical elven bread wrapped in a beautiful leaf of Lorien. That one small bite is enough to fill the stomach of a grown man. Or 4 if you're a hobbit. There's no mirth here, guys. It's real scary.
We're afraid.
We're very afraid. That's why we're
Bring them
clinging
up.
to each other.
You must be careful going down into these dunes. It's not safe. The Witch King has seen to that. We tried to resettle this, my kin, back in elder years. And all life was snuffed out by the remnants of the Witch King of Angmar. Tread lightly.
Sorry about that. That sounds like it sucked.
That's rough, buddy.
Aw.
Well, his power is diminished. I say we go forward.
Yes. And though you speak those words, something in the marrow of your elven bones knows better than that.
Please don't taste my marrow.
Forbidden bone marrow.
Someone say stew?
You've had breakfast already.
Well, but it's time for second breakfast.
It's true.
I've already had it. I should have brought stuff to throw, and it should have been an apple. Although at this range, I'd hardly be doing Vigo justice. But not in a creepy way. Not in like a creepy fangirl way. Anyway, call me.
Blackberry, not knowing us. What's out there? What's going on?
Unique. Okay. So are you keeping your same partying order? Not partying order, but you know what I mean. Like traveling order?
Is it working?
Nobody's died yet.
Yes.
Then it's working.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yes, we continue our current rules as they are.
Lovely. In that
Enjoy
case,
second breakfast to go.
well, I mean, like you have like really deep hobbity
Oh, of course.
pockets.
We have to
So
Hobbit cargoes.
you're just snacking on your pocket
We've got a
cheese.
whole,
Yeah.
pocket cheese, and we've got like loaves,
Pocket loaves,
And-
pocket bananas.
bananas,
Hot.
little
You heard it here
sandwiches.
first, folks. Pocket loaves.
No.
Get a loaf of this guy.
Oh!
At his own game.
I want to shadow point myself.
Let's all have one, shall we?
Well, in that case, party guide, please roll me a d12 and tell me what you get.
A 7.
A 7. Okay.
You know, does that mean the cat's coming out to play?
The murder myths.
Kittens?
Boop, 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 boop. I'm sorry, I misrolled you there. Not Rick rolled, misrolled. Can you roll for journey?
For
Gonna give you up.
journey?
Or like your travel.
My travel one?
Isn't it? Yes.
Okay.
Jeez.
Travel, if I'm just doing that.
T-Ravel.
16 with favor.
16 with favor. Okay. Yep. Okay. Well, you have been to the North Downs, and you have been sort of further up here. So you've wathered up. You know, you've of course been to Weathertop. You camped there overnight on your way to Bree one time. So you are roughly familiar with these types of landscapes. So you're able to pick your footing pretty quickly and pretty easily down through, but there are very sharp, jagged rocks, and one misstep could it's steep enough that, you know, it's almost like in the Princess Bride where you'd be tumbling for a very long time before you roll, where you'd almost expect there to be a river for the sharpness of these hills that are growing up out of this grassy wasteland. But there isn't.
As you will.
As you
Just thinking it.
Omni Smite, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for the You Have My Sword. Also, there was one earlier from...
I have a sword.
Oh, also from Omni Smite. Gosh, stop helping my party. Okay, so you guys get...
A sword.
We love you, Omnismite!
You're amazing. I'm sorry I haven't been at trivia, but I'll be there on Monday, I promise.
There was much rejoicing.
Okay, so you guys have
Huzzah.
2... boop, boop. additional fellowship points to spend.
Yes.
Ow!
Films.
Which you can use to restore hope.
There is no hope.
So, as you make your way, you came out on the edges of the old forest here. I would say right about here, perhaps. I know we've crossed the Withy Windle, so we're roughly here.
Okay.
As you descend one down and you begin to go up the other one, there's just another one on the other side of that, and there's just another one on the other side of that. But you get to a rocky outcropping that's looking down. You get a pretty good view over what lies ahead. And the day's kind of dragging on a little bit now. You're sort of mid-afternoon, way past 11 Z's for you hobbits.
I knew we should have taken the eagles.
Don't worry, we've had snacks on the road.
An
We
eagle.
got little sandwiches. We got loaves. We've got.
You see sort of a gathering mist, and the further you get away from the old forest, you almost wish you could go back there because there was some semblance of a living thing, be it friend or unfriendly tree. It starts to get cold, despite the jaunty music that we're getting here. And the wind starts to pick up and you start to feel a little bit cold. But you see sort of hulking out of this mist, there's a mound that sort of is different than the rest. It's a bigger one. So down on the escarpment, and you can sort of start to make out these sort of almost loaf-shaped, grassy, rocky little cairns. You would know them as cairns, where it's a stone structure assembled to house the dead. And some of these have fallen away and into disrepair, and you can start to see inside them where there's the ones that are open have kind of been picked clean, but you feel it deep within you, like you don't feel called to investigate that. In fact, like something primal within each of you does not desire to go anywhere near these things. But you rolled really high, so you make your way sort of through these lesser downs and these lesser cairns. Boop, boop, boop. Let me read. Boop, 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 boop.
Leave that one for other people.
What? Get what? Oh.
You read.
I don't want to touch anything anyway.
So rising on one of the highest hills in the Barrow Downs, it's a bigger one. It's got a big stone on it, like almost standing out like a finger in surprise, like You notice it's the same shape as the Ranger Stone, but it's almost like an old church, just with this one spire sticking out of it. Because there isn't really a map to tell you which one is the one that you are looking for. Because you notice there are multiple downs here. What would you like to do?
Guide.
I'd like to do a lore check to see if there's any sort of markings that ring familiar.
Markings on what?
Just observing from a distance if there's any runes to pinpoint.
On the stone or on the cairn? You want to approach the cairn?
On the trying to see from a distance if there's any markings on the stones through the mist.
Okay. Do you make the? It's way funnier. Get the ranger, and he makes like little hand, but not kidding.
The eyes.
Can I like make a stealth roll to kind of see where the best hiding spots are and then point them out to everyone?
You guys have stealth?
I have stealth.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
so
of
good at
course,
stealth.
of course.
Can I make a riddle roll to try and kind of figure out what is going on?
Yep. All three of you.
What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm stealthing.
You
Vibing.
can stealth? Or you stealth? Oh, you
Oh no, I'm rolling.
find it.
She's picking the
Stealth. How many?
loaf
3.
crumbs out of her teeth.
Whoa! Gandalf room.
Get out! Stop!
Yeah, for 22.
Beats success.
Success?
Success.
Success!
Lovely. And you were rolling stealth for.
Being stealthy and helping you.
Oh, okay. Are you trying to be stealthy from him?
Like, watch the
Oh no,
Like,
they're-
he's
working
like-
together, then we can get it done quicker, I think.
Gotcha.
I just missed it.
You just missed it?
Yeah.
Okay. You start to feel like a little bit anxious about how you're going to pitch going into the biggest, scariest of the downs and how you're going to justify that without relaying the information that you have to you
Okay.
about the Sword of Cardolan. Sam, you were rolling stealth to look for hiding places?
Yeah, using like my knowledge of like how to like blend in with things. Just trying to point that out to everyone so that maybe we don't get surprised.
Yeah. So you notice as you dart from sort of the rock that is almost wearing that gray, unpleasant grass as like a hat, you've been darting from sort of broken rock to broken rock to broken rock, almost wondering, like after the years of the wind and the rain here, how are these not smooth? They somehow are sharp, almost as if some giant has come through and broken them with a hammer. But there are some good nooks, but you, in your overall sense of the area, you come to the conclusion that you don't want to stand in the shadow of this thing and you don't want to be near it at night. Which is interesting because this shadow is most unnatural because of the gray clouds. It's more of a sense of a shadow than an actual shadow. And it lies east of the Barrow, which is north to south.
Step not in the shadows.
Don't touch the rocks.
What can we touch?
Nothing.
Each other.
And Black Bear, you succeeded?
Yes.
Okay, so you're getting the general sense that he is as well. And Capri, you were rolling.
Riddle to kind of sort out what is going on here, what is behind, or if there's any.
You get the sense that although you're in a situation where you know you have to trust your guide, that the ranger is hiding something from you. You can almost smell the lembas in his pockets.
I go to plan.
But it's more his general unease and shiftiness, as if there's like a crease in his forehead you didn't notice before. Something's weighing heavy on him. You smell what? Oh, food. I heard something else. Those of you who rolled stealth, I guess I can give you this too. As you approach sort of the main big cairn, you can see that there's like a well-worn away. You get the sense of where a door should be, but instead there's a hand-hewn sort of slab. And you get the sense that that's probably a door.
I know this one. I've seen it somewhere before. Melon.
Speak friend and enter.
These were not dwarven made.
Am I able to
Remembering from
enhearten the group?
Yes.
I made it. 12.
Nice. And how does Enhearten work again? They don't gain any points or anything. It's more for roleplay.
Yeah, I just
Go ahead. What do you say?
come, friends. Let us avoid the lingering out here for too long. If we can enter in and sneak away, I'm sure we won't be noticed.
What insights do you have about this place?
It is a fell place. I would not dawdle.
Do you have specific reasoning to enter within?
It is the largest and probably the best equipped for what we are looking for to meet our quest.
Why do they keep doing this?
It's like they think we can't hear them.
What?
In all
why are you
fairness.
not giving a straight answer here.
Because I know what.
You know more than us?
I know what horrors could come.
And what horrors could come?
Those that are not dead, yet not living.
Sick.
Fine, we go forward. And I move ahead.
So you move ahead to where?
Swiftly ahead and down to the next one.
To the next down. Okay. This one, there's no such like. The main barrow had the sense that like there was the grass sort of approached it and put its fingers kind of up on it in these little like grassy tendrils and then stopped. This one much less so. The grass has sort of like nom-nommed up the sides.
And sorry, is this one larger than the previous one?
No, it's much smaller.
Much smaller.
And there's no stone atop it.
I don't think this is it. Okay, then how do we get through that door? For we are not to tarry here.
Why don't you speak friend and enter?
It didn't work.
Is that what you said?
Melon.
You've been away a long time.
Are we able to see from this other side if there are potential avenues of entry?
How close would you like to look? This was D&D, I think you rolled that.
Let's say without having to climb onto it or touch any of the
Awareness?
stones.
Sort of walk around and
Just
keep
sort of,
distance.
just go around at a distance. And
Sorry, and this is the main one or the lesser one?
the main one again.
The main
just
one.
from the back of it now that we're past it.
So
we
there is a
exploring it?
door. We just don't know.
I think this might be the one we want.
I have an idea. There's a spot on the door that's not a door, that's very smooth, like it's been touched a lot.
Do you want to roll to take a look? And do you want to, you're scouting around it, but you see there's no such slab on the other side of it.
Okay.
But you can see the marks of battle for sure. So there's, even though these were built to house the glorious dead, war has come here.
Yeah.
There are broken spears you see in the ground and bits of broken armor that you can see in the wake of where this grass won't venture.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, can you pass?
What would you like to roll?
To scan? What are you trying to do?
Well, if there's a part in the door that's well worn, maybe that's a part that has been touched a lot over time, so maybe we should touch that part.
Maybe your awareness?
Yeah, how about your awareness?
Ooh,
That beats it.
beats it. Beats it. Beats it.
Just barely.
You're something in your elven senses as you run your hands over the door. There is, and you can kind of see there's almost like smears in the dirt and in the, it's not like dirt that's red, it's gray and black, almost like ancient ash, that are all kind of going in one direction, but there isn't like a cutting board or like a hand code thing or
Right.
anything.
Can I put my hand over it and swipe it in the same direction?
Nothing yet. But you get the sense that you're onto something.
With that information, can I use my riddle skill to try and figure out what this puzzle is to get through the door?
Yeah. Roll it and then tell me what it looks like.
I met the explore requirement.
You met the explore requirement?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. You decide to take the risk and you clamber on top of the barrow to investigate the stone on top. And you see that it is almost like built to be some kind of sundial, even though these are sunless lands. And you get the sense that time is running out and you don't want to be here after nightfall.
Okay.
I know.
I succeeded. So as I see you're trying to kind of sort out there's this swipe. I want to like almost look at the door and see if there's any other little pieces to it, any other patterns, and use my past knowledge of like puzzles that I've tried to do, or like little puzzle boxes and stuff of like how things might open, and try and figure out because it seems to me that this door is a puzzle and not simply just locked.
And what did you roll? Or how many did you beat it by?
Just one.
Just one. Okay. So you copy Blackberry's motion where you drag your hand over the stone and nothing happens. And as you bring your hand back to your face to kind of like, and rub your jaw like this, you smell something on your hands. It's almost like a memory of a scent rather than an actual scent. And you know it to be blood.
You grab a small knife and cut my hand. Ouch.
The door, the edges kind of like, there's a little puff of dust that startles the hell out of you.
Same.
You do the same?
Yep.
Okay.
We put our hands together.
So there's like a deep cracking sound and little puffs of dust.
My dudes.
And the seams of the door reveal themselves, but nothing else happens.
Can I try and push on the door?
Nothing happens.
Step 1 complete.
You guys in?
No.
But it's working.
that's
It's
good.
working. Wait, did it seem like more happened the more people had smeared blood?
Did to me. Get these guys a knife.
Like,
I don't know.
like because I
pull
did
out
it
my own little
first.
dagger and see if the blood of Numenor is enough.
Dude, you went the wrong way.
There's a rumble beneath your feet as the door pops back about an inch, and almost as magically as the doors of Durin swung inward, some unseen magic opens them, except instead of 2 doors, there's just the one, and then it slides magically to the side, and you see that it is thick, and you wonder how the heck this could have been built by human hands. And if it was cold outside, yeah, this music, sorry. Very strange. There's like if an attic coughed on you in like an Edmonton winter and it blows your hair back a bit and it's dusty, and although it doesn't smell putrid like death, it's a sense of death.
Do
What
we
would you
see
like
any corpses?
It is dark as balls.
So we need some light.
Even to your elven eyes, it is exceptional.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
We can take all of our silver plates and do the Egyptian sun trick where we like spill the light in at different points. And we can see inside the cave.
Yeah.
Egypt.
We all have.
They.
It's a fairy tale, but trust me, this trick's gonna work.
Yeah.
It's how the dwarves do
Egite.
farming in Moria.
It's with the dinosaurs.
In the kingdom of Khazad-dûm, it's how they farm.
Did not know
Would you guys like to try that?
No delving greedily
So
in
we
deep,
grab our
children.
plates out.
Yep.
Can't we just
food off
do
of
what
them?
normal people do and
Clear some of the food.
strike a
off.
torch?
Great. Do you have one?
Oh, Josh!
Come on, Josh. You're supposed to bring us a torch.
Is that why you kept saying he was the light of your life?
Don't do that in secret.
Wait, don't do that in secret?
I told
What is happening?
secret.
I heard it from the horse's mouth.
Oh,
Should we all take a shadow point?
you know
No,
what?
this is-
Yeah,
This
probably.
is how we all become gelded.
No, but you do feel, albeit very unwittingly, like a sense of absolute dread, and you lose a hope point.
Homer. Can we still try the plate thing for light?
You can try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is that it's gonna well, no, you do you. I love it.
Everyone's out front, but I'm gonna run back and just position all the plates using
I
trees
clean
and
off all the plates so that they're shiny.
yeah, using trees and,
then
everything until it's
hand them
just the right
over,
angle to
Wiping
shed
off the
some
limbus
light
crumbs.
inside.
Okay. As you step back and you try to look for the sun to sort of glint it in, you realize it's very, very dark and very gray. But you do hear like a pleasant hum, like a hummingbird's wings, if they stayed still long enough to be like consistent.
Oh,
And it's coming from your bag.
Cool. I have a bird.
the lily
Yes.
can light our way, just like Elendil.
Here we are.
Do you step into the darkness?
Yes.
All right.
Whee!
Just because you have your special flower here, you do not lose an additional hope point.
Oh no!
I thought y'all were just gonna yeet yourselves into the cage. Yeah. Cave.
Before I step in, am I able to explore to see if there are any torches left?
On the outside. There's
Yeah, just laying around.
There are broken spear hafts
Okay.
sticking out from the ground, but given the microclimate of the
Sure.
downs and the mist and everything, they're quite soggy and.
I have a
and-
wooden kazoo.
I got light. Let's
Please,
go
no.
in.
Yeah.
Please do not play us the song of your people.
No.
Not this
You
time.
could
No,
try.
I grab the
my
haft
idea
and
was
then
we
just
could use the
tear
kazoo
some-
as a torch.
I love
Some
this
of my
idea.
uniform.
Please do.
What are you gonna roll for that?
Well, I was gonna
If you have
explore
some-
for that, but
If you have something to light fire, I have a wooden kazoo.
It's gonna go
Bow,
up.
bowstring.
Yeah.
Bowstring?
I need my bow.
Well, we don't need to light the bowstring on fire.
Well, what did you mean?
Stick.
Sorry?
Use the
You
bow.
have arrows?
Yes.
Great.
Okay. Let me hold this.
Let me show you.
Hold this.
Take, here, I'll just cut a little bit of my hair off and,
Yeah, it's dry enough. Come here.
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
use the.
Y'all gonna try to make torches even though you have a glowing flower? Okay.
we need more light.
Oh, did the,
Hey,
did
I
not,
tried to get
did-
them all
it
in.
didn't
It's
glow in
glowy
there?
enough. Let's
Sorry?
go.
It did glow. It is glowing enough.
It's glowing.
Look at what we're
it's
making
glowing
fire.
enough?
Let's go.
That's what I said.
So she's
Give me
Yeah.
my lily.
Okay, we'll like rip, rip,
Thanks,
rip, rip, rip. So as you step in with the water lily held on high, you feel very comforted by it, and it hums like the heartbeat of a bird in your hand, or like little gentle wings of a little warm body. So cute. And you step into the darkness, and it casts sort of like a. You can tell that the light is a warm light, like a warm white light. But the edges of the cairn as they emerge emit sort of a haunting green, almost misty light. But around you, you can see the glint of treasure that it's almost in like aisles. So there's just like, instead of coffins, which there are under like mounds of treasure, there's coins at the bottom of these, but they do not glint as you would expect treasure to. This is not gold. Everything seems silver, or as if it was covered in a very fine mist or slime. Like it's all that is gold does not glitter here.
We're not here for gold.
This treasure seems like bad juju. I say we don't touch it.
Push to the back.
The treasure?
I think it's false treasure.
Smart.
Let's hit it.
Proud of you.
What would you like to do?
Let's go.
Make our
Deep-
way to the center to try and find where the weapons would be stored.
Okay. What would you like to roll for that? So you're going to investigate where the weapons are, or just like the general layout of the inside?
I guess we're going to be traveling into the center of the cairn, or the barrow,
The thing.
Barrow.
of the
You
barrow.
explore. I'll keep lookout. Use my awareness to try and keep an eye on these tombs and make sure they don't open up or some bullshit.
Can I also use awareness to help out?
I'm gonna hold my lily.
No.
Just hold your limb. I'm a lighthouse.
A critical failure.
Critical failure.
I rolled a
Okay.
1 on my d12.
Cool.
Damn it.
I beat me by one.
Ooh.
I did not succeed.
We're doing great, guys.
We're doing great.
It's a scary place. I'm surprised you haven't fled in terror. Okay, so let's start with
So, yeah,
You
Exploring.
passed, so let's start there.
Yeah.
You notice that they're around the sort of, they're bays in between the treasure, and they're the appropriate height. You get the sense that these are the coffins of the fallen
Yeah.
that are heaped with treasure. And upon not seeing, there are weapons on the outside, but they're not like of the quality that Herathier told you or explained, or that you would expect of noble princes. So you get the sense that all the good shit's probably inside these things.
Is there one that looks more elaborate than the others?
There is. But you also get it's like a degree or a spectrum of niceness. But you don't know if that's like a proximity to wetness in the elements or if it's like a haunty thing. But you do notice that there's stone stairs going downwards in the back left corner of this cairn. And you, my friend, even though you were under strict instructions to not touch anything, you do your very, very best to not. But you're a hobbit, so you got the hobbit feet, so you got way more toe real estate going on than everybody else. And as you're
go in front of
making
me.
your way through and trying to stay like very close to the party, your big toe touches
Damn it, that left big toe is
what was
bigger than the right.
once a magnificent shining buckler that has long since been broken, and it's charred, and there are significant dents in it. And it does that thing where it's like a dinner plate and it goes chunk. Woo, 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 woo.
Ow!
Fool of a toque.
You take 1 point of dread
Oops.
from touching. It sends shadow.
Oh, shadow.
Yeah. And it's almost like touching an electric fence where it pops through your whole body. But it's icy cold, and that toe is now completely numb.
Ow!
Yeah.
I stubbed my toe.
And you can smell your toe hair burning.
Oh. Foul.
Because it's fun.
That's not brimstone.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I grab some flowers from my picnic basket. I'm like, take away the smell. Take away the smell.
Waft it over your feet, and then you like lose your balance and like almost go into another treasure pile, but Blackberry like grabs you at the last second and pulls you back to your feet and just sets both her hands on your shoulder to like pilot you. So you don't do anything else.
Don't touch anything else.
I feel
Fool of a took. Got to say it because their last name's Took. I hate
one
that I
else.
did that, and that's gonna live on the internet forever, but yes.
Like we haven't heard that one before.
I know, I do that a lot at this job. But everything on the internet turned out to be okay.
took you long enough.
That's what she said.
I really feel like for us to find what we need, we must buckle down and head to the staircase.
Let's go.
What exactly are we looking for?
Let's
Any-
go anyway. It'll be
Anything
fun.
that's going to aid the cause. But I feel the strongest of the weapons that we need might be down there.
What weapon in specific, and why do you know so much about it?
When you're a ranger, one must know these things. And these are my kin. Former, as they may be.
He's kind of cute.
Kinda.
Have we been in the forest
Have you
too
seen
long?
the like well-worn
He's a man. No.
Man of Numenor, but regardless,
been done, guys, twice.
I don't care. I'll go with you.
Let's hurry down.
all right,
I got the lily. Let's go.
we're going to the stairs.
Okay.
Oh, black bear.
So you agree you all go to the stairs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. As you come and taking great care not to touch any of the treasure piles in your marching order, as soon as the ranger puts his foot onto the first step, green, sickly light, like that shot up from Minas, not Minas Morgul, Minas Ithil, before it fell. Oh my God, Cirithungol. Is it? That's Minas Morgul. I'm tripping
Yes,
myself
it
up
is.
in Minas Morgul, and it's The glow of the flowers of the undead, that color, like a toothpaste green, but scary light. They like spark to life. And you hear that ringing that's been in your mind is suddenly all around you, like it's coming from within. And you see from two of the coffins, there's the way that the door went and spat out that death attic smell. Two skeletal hands come and throw off their covers, and two shambling but graceful skeletons come out. And it's the two middle ones, and you find yourself flanked on both sides.
Darrow!
And we move into combat.
Oh, yay!
So the same way you have our marching, I'm calling it marching order, but they call it adventuring, what do they call it? Adventuring positions.
Adventuring.
Stance?
Yes, we have battle stances. So this, instead of initiative order, whose turn it is to go first, second, and third, and fourth, is determined by your stance. So, beep, 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 beep. Make sure they're turned over for your. This is just a quick reference guide for your stances. Thanks. Soup. All right.
Yeah!
You got two bad guys, and they suck in their first breath that they've taken in eons, even though it goes nowhere save the empty rib cages. But you can hear it suck through the mail of their shirts. And they go, and they make eye contact, even though they have no eyes, with each of you all at once. So who would like to be on the forward stance in
It's me.
close combat?
Immediately step forward, drawing my blade.
Our champion.
Drawing out your blade, and it's a longsword?
Nope.
No?
Just a short sword.
Short sword,
Two
gotcha.
short swords.
Okay, so you will go first, and you have a higher percentage of enemy attack. Who would like to go in our open stance in second order?
That would be me.
Okay, our champion. Do you want to tell us about your heirloom sword?
Right, so I unsheath Madame Makia, which is the Numenorian sword that has passed from father to son over many generations. We are descended from the line of Amleth, and this is our hereditary sword to show that we were once related to kings.
Lovely.
It has the special ability that once my foes reach half-life or less, I can hammer them back out of their stance and incapacitate them.
So they will have to take an extra round to upright themselves. Defensive stance. So still in close combat. That's
A
you.
confident hobbit, adventurer, and being in defense.
So brave.
So brave.
Beautiful. So close
brave.
combat attacks against
I'm
you
not
have
terrified.
1d6, but your attacks, or sorry, lose a d6, but your attacks also lose a d6. So, ba-ba-da. And rearward stance, that leaves our lovely Hobelth.
Yes.
Boop, boop, boop.
Rearward.
And you can only be attacked using ranged weapons. So,
So
Let's
in
see what
defensive, can I only use non-ranged weapon?
well, here's the ticker, is opening round of combat is a volley. So it must be done from a distance, and it's an option for the beginning of any combat. So those of you with bows can make a ranged
I've got the bow.
because, but you got to do it so quick because these guys are rolling.
Bow now.
But they're still waking up, so, and they sat up in their coffins, and like it's total Skyrim vibes, like when they're like getting up and you just like fill them full of arrows, and then they're like, "Hi, hello," and you drop them. I like Skyrim.
Say hello to them.
Okay. 2 ranged attacks.
Opening.
So to roll to attack, we roll a d12, and then how do we know how many d6s?
For your, how proficient are you in your bow? Like how many pips?
It's the 2, so then I
2
rolled
pips.
d6.
And
You're also 2. So.
2.
but you're in the you're in the defensive.
But she said we
defensive.
could do
Opening
2 bow
volley.
attacks to
And
open.
I think opening volley is just the first step.
I rolled another 1 on my d12.
So much Sauron.
I mean, it's a total of 8, but I don't.
Isn't that a crit fail?
Still
No.
a crit fail.
What's your? It's against your parry.
Against my parry, sorry. Yes. Beep, 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 beep.
But I still rolled an Eye of Sauron.
My parry is none.
What?
I'm just a dead boy. There's no parry rating here.
What?
What do I do?
Yeah.
What can you do?
It dies.
Means it takes 3 Is it the injury or damage that you?
There's endurance, might, haste, attribute level. There's literally just a dash.
Then it has no parry. It just does damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Neck and
What
damage.
does the injury versus damage mean?
If you roll above injury. So if your total is really high, you're going to injure them.
Okay, so
And it has to pass, yeah.
I do 3 damage then.
Nice.
Good job.
So it has to be above their parry rating, and if it's above the injury rating as well, then you inflict an injury.
Okay.
And then they get a chance to not be injured. But that's up to you.
Minus 3. Nice. Lala, how'd you do? And are you firing on the same one?
I mean, sure.
Yeah?
No.
No? Second guy?
Yes.
Wait 1, wait 2.
Wait, one.
Wait 1 minute.
Meow. Success.
Okay, so what's the damage on your bow?
3.
Nice. So you both do 3 damage. Little matching.
Any sixes on your d6s?
Oh yes, watch for 6s because
Sixes are good.
No.
Oh, I got a 6.
Not
on
at this
one of my
point.
D6s.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, nicely done. Does that mean it does extra damage, Sam?
Source of injury. No, this is the severity. It's not a wound. It's the special damage chart.
Oh, I have the special damage chart. Beep.
This it? Oh, here it is.
I made it with my hands on a keyboard. This is spending success points, though. You know what? I'll give you a piercing blow for that.
Yeah.
Yes,
An
that's
attack roll with a 10 or a 12 on the feat die. Wait, on your, it has to be on
I rolled
the,
a 6. You said if I rolled a 6 on a D6, then it.
oh, and I see, that's a success point. So you can choose special damage here. So there's heavy blow, which is just, inflict additional enemy endurance loss equal to your strength rating. Or you can pierce, which is spend 1 success point to modify the feat die, the numerical result of your attack by 1 for swords, 2 for bows. So that makes sense because it's a bow. You
So
can do
what
an
does
extra
it
2
do?
damage.
Do an extra 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
But if I
no,
use my
no.
strength rating,
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
do an
it's-
extra 3 damage.
That's for heavy blow.
So I can choose to do heavy blow.
I think you can only do piercing.
Oh,
I mean, if you want.
Guys, don't you
not
hurt me.
yet.
Yeah, that bone dust. Woo! No,
Yeah,
because it's a
the
bow.
difference-
I
yeah.
think it is just
The,
piercing.
the difference is, yeah, like heavy blow, you do your extra damage, but piercing, if you roll 6s, you get to add 2 to your d12. So in cases where that would make a difference,
Oh, okay. Would.
yeah, not this time. But
Yeah. Okay, so you're doing.
I have an option or I don't.
I'm learning.
you do good. What did you choose?
What do I?
Did
so
you add your strength score? What's your strength? Or the,
My strength rating is 3.
Yeah. So add 3 more damage.
Nice.
Okay, so 6 damage total.
Plus 3. I also write real slow, but it's still messy for some reason. Okay. Nicely done, guys.
Battle.
Battle?
Bravo.
Battle time.
Battle.
Battle.
And 24 minus 6 is 20.
Is 18.
18, thank you. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, and so you're attacking 1 on each side?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so in very quick hobbit fashion, because hobbits, despite being stout, are very, very swift when they are frightened, and you drop your food basket and you just whip one out and woo! And Blackberry on yours, you despite your hobbit forms, like it becomes very graceful and elven as your keen eye locks with the point of your arrow and you let it fly, and it passes through the mail and sticks on the other side, and your arrow, Odo, slices off part of the mandible of this guy here. It hits him right in the maxillar arch and you can hear the sound of his teeth hitting the floor. And with that, our forward stance.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna start off by unsheathing my sword and going, and now you face the wrath of Beleriand. Echo! And I'm going to try and intimidate them all, so they're gonna become weary.
Nice.
Which,
So that brings their attribute level down by
no, it's gonna make them weary. So all your 1s, 2s, and 3s you roll on your d6s don't.
Oh, yes.
So much success.
Okay, so you get both of them.
Yeah. That sounds good to me. That's what I can do.
And that's your battle action. Lovely. Ranger.
All right. In the open action, I'm going to. Which one did you attack? The left or the right?
Both.
Both?
You got so much success, Kristen.
Okay, I'm going to.
channeling some of that light from the water lily of Goldberry.
I'm going to target the one on the left. Left of us.
Yep.
I got 1 success on that, and it deals some damage to him.
Got some damage? How much damage?
Definitely taking 6 damage.
Oh, yes.
You're gonna add your strengths rating?
Yeah, I'm going to. Let's see here. I guess heavy blow it.
Ain't good enough.
Yes!
Yeah, so add an extra damage for two-handed weapons. It's a two-handed weapon attack, so yeah, it's going to take another extra 1 damage. So 7 damage in total.
Nice.
For 13 total?
Yes. And then, was it already at half-life? Or is it now half-life?
No.
Does it get hammered? Is it hammer time?
Hammered
Let me
from
just
the heavy
math
blow.
here. Okay, so I'm trying to write everything down so I don't miss anything.
What's the injury rating on
16. Or, sorry, 18 for two-handed.
your over 18?
Yeah, I don't quite hit that.
It is not quite half.
Okay.
A little more.
Okay.
And
So
Next time.
combat is roll scurry.
Ranger.
So strong.
That's a nice outdoorsy sort of name, isn't it?
for you Fable fans.
Yes.
Okay, and with that, it is their turn, and you're all kind of smooshed in between the aisles of these corpses and treasures. So it's gonna take a swing at one on the other side, the one with the arrow still sticking through, and you can see the fletching. What color is your fletching on your arrows?
Purple.
Sweet. Okay, so you see this like weird violet plumage coming out the front of him. He likes to be fancy.
Lovely plumage.
Beautiful plumage. Boo, boo, boo. He is going to attack with his ancient sword, which is 516 and has pierce.
Okay.
So say my
Roll an attack. So D12. Do you have any pips on your? Is that a sword?
It just says ancient sword 3
So roll.
with 3.
Yeah.
He's weary, so
So yeah, all the D6s, 1s, 2s, and 3s don't count. They're zeros.
Oh, well, isn't that so great for you?
that is an 11 plus 5, so that is 16.
What you get for sinking Beleriand?
So 16, which is coming at you.
16 to hit me.
Doesn't hit.
19 is my parry rating.
Oh, okay. So he like shambles towards you and like comes with like a overhead, but his sword's broken. So he comes like just shy, and you have the sense that if he had eyes, he would be very confused, or eyebrows. So he missed, but the second one's gonna come at you for the exact same thing. Or sorry, not for the exact same thing because I have to roll.
You're so lucky he was weary. The weary dead. Ooh, crit success.
Uh-oh.
Oh, two. Ah. So he's gonna hit you.
That doesn't sound good.
And he's going to hit you with Pierce. So that is.
Uh-oh.
So that is 5. Ooh. Yes.
I'm guessing his ones and twos. You didn't get any ones, twos, or threes?
No, I got.
You got a 12?
Yeah, I got the Gandalf rune, and then I got the D6 with the Fellowship symbol. So.
Ow.
So, and you become here. So I'm going to spend that to modify first sword. So that is a 4 damage.
No.
Yes.
No. That's not how you block. Oh no.
All right. Back to the top of our initiative order, so you get to retaliate. Initiative order, combat order.
Yeah. Retaliate sounds good.
Retaliate? Do we...
No more volley this time. Oh, did I totally skip your turns?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
in the
I
back.
did.
Yeah, they were at the rear.
Whoops, my bad. I think because I got you guys volleyed and now I got confused. So I'm gonna let you guys go right on ahead. Don't worry, they took the damage for you.
So I'm on defensive.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody's engaging me. So that means I don't lose any die on...
Unless somebody else wakes up.
But currently...
So you can also, your combat task is to protect your companion, which I believe means you roll, what was it? It was offer, forward,
Protect
battle.
companion.
I think you,
Battle check.
battle check,
Yep.
yeah. And then I think
So
that,
under heart, the last skill there is battle.
Oh, yeah,
And what do you have in battle?
Nothing.
Uh-oh.
oh,
Roll high.
I mean, it's also,
That's a 12! Yes!
oh, nice, okay, so,
Which beats my 12 target number.
Yeah.
The pounding heart of a little person.
Woo! With nimble fingers.
blow.
Good for braiding
And defending.
and defending. Excellent in this case.
Wait,
Just
fingers
jazz
at you.
hands. Stay away.
Yeah.
Stay away. Yeah. Stay away.
No wonder the Shire's been defended for so long.
Yeah, man, it's literally the point of the story is don't fuck with hobbits, like.
Think about all those little hobbit hands. Just
Yeah, the combat task says protect companion, but then I don't have it with me.
the success on the battle check means that you do protect your companion.
How do I?
So I think that
The things that are engaging you lose a d6.
Okay. Yeah, all
Okay,
close
so-
combat attacks aimed at me lose a d6.
Yeah.
And it says your attack rolls lose a d6 for each opponent engaging you. Combat task, protect companion, battle.
so I think you can give dice to help your companions to like boost their parry, I think.
Do it. Boost.
Yes? Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
because you guys are in the forefront.
Yeah.
So, and their parry is like their armor class.
Yeah.
So,
So,
I
you guys
will
need the help.
boost the. It would be the forward who would need it the most.
Yes.
Yeah.
But well, yes and no, because Tristan's squishier.
You,
Okay.
young one.
Thank you.
Hobbits age slightly differently.
I'm 45.
Okay.
And I'm
You
6.
little baby Dunedain!
See,
Little baby Dunedain! All right,
Captain.
so successful for your age. Lala, on to you.
Huh?
do the thing.
Yes.
Get to hit
Shoot.
people with a bow.
Yes. I'll shoot my bow. Sorry.
Please don't shoot.
You can also, if you roll a success, or sorry, your combat task is to prepare your shot. So you can make, you can spend an action to make your next shot, or if you roll on a scan, and you get a success. So if you roll for scan and you get a success, then you get piercing damage on your.
You'd have to roll a
Stealth
12
instead.
Rally is so nice.
Sorry? No, alas, no.
Can we switch that one over?
Can
That's
can
fair.
she just make the attack because her target number is a 12 for the scan?
No,
Yeah, you
but,
could
but
just roll to attack.
you
Okay.
want to scan.
Yeah, but if you roll for scan and like,
Because it gives you an extra die, which
it's either it does or it
But
doesn't.
there's
more
a very
success
low
with the battle.
chance.
the chance is a chance, right? It's a swift action for ourselves.
Yeah.
So just roll
Or
one.
whatever they call it. Not swift, but yeah. Bonus action? No.
My turn to feast.
I don't remember the term. But we get to do 2 things. Scan's one of them.
Okay.
I'm not.
Let's
I'm
roll.
not a good person, though, so I don't get that.
11. That's good, right?
That's pretty good. For damage?
No.
for scan.
For scan. But you need a 12. So you need 12.
yeah.
So roll your attack.
But good try.
Right?
Thanks for snacks.
Let's move on.
Oh, and like instances like those too would be good to like if you wanted, you could spend a hope to
Oh yes.
D6.
You also
that.
we have 2. You have my swords from Omni Smite, so one at a time. But you have it.
Do you want to take
Well, that
Omni
would have been a
Smite's
good
D6?
idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take Omni Smite's D6.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Roll
Do
it.
it. Roll.
Sandwich. Yeah.
Sandwich.
Enough. 2 plus 11 is 13.
Nice. Okay, so
So-
you
It
can.
all worked out.
You added a D6 to your attack now.
Nice.
So that's a D12 plus every pip that you have in bows.
So roll
Yes.
this and the pink one and all 3 of those.
And you only have 1 in bow,
2 in bow.
and then plus 1 for getting the scan success. So now you get 3.
Nice.
Do it.
You have 4 dice in your hand?
I do.
Oh,
The
right.
D12.
Yeah.
Ooh, you got a 6 on one of the D6s.
Mm-hmm.
17.
Good number.
Good number. Good enough.
Rolling for 17 damage.
17
No,
was
to hit.
To hit.
Oh, to hit.
Which they have
Do
no.
3.
But we have no
Totally
parry.
did.
3
So how
damage
much-
plus you get a
There you
special
go.
thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to do extra damage or?
With bows, you can do
damage?
2 extra damage.
For sure I do. Extra damage.
Okay, so how?
Do 4 extra damage with your strength.
Yeah.
No, strength is just for heavy blow, but
With
this
your-
is for ranged, so it's piercing.
But she can do heavy. She can do heavy blow. It says on the bow.
Yeah.
You can choose
Heavy blow? Ooh,
We-
wow.
with the bow.
Oh
You
dear.
blow. Special damage.
10 minutes?
So
Oh
can
my
add
God.
4
Okay.
for the strength rating.
He's dead.
Sorry, how much damage?
7 damage.
Mm-hmm.
7 damage. Oh, so close, guys. Keep it up.
Okay.
That was when our our weights were supposed to attack, but we're not gonna get there.
Okay.
So, Sam, top of the combat round.
Top of the combat round. Let's take one out.
Yeah, do it. Purple feather guy.
I'm gonna spend a hope, which I've already done, to add a D6 to this roll.
Nice.
Want to get it.
Things.
Want it.
Do it.
I got 1 critical success and definitely hit it. So I'm gonna do that
Okay.
extra damage to it and just add 5, so 8 damage total.
So it's like
Nice.
you don't understand how he's still upright. He's missing so much of himself, but some sort of deep hatred and malice within him. He's still up and he's got his sword. And you get the sense that he is still very formidable.
Stronger than the orcs at first.
Next.
How close are they to one another?
There's one on this side and one.
Okay, so they're still not
180 away.
meeting in the middle. Okay, I will return my attention to the first one, and with my
Feather fancy guy or toothy
uh,
or toothless?
I guess it was the one on the left was the feather fancy guy.
He's the guy we've been picking on.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go in there and try and finish him off.
Nice.
Yay.
Before I go into my minor ability.
You can definitely use your sword's ability here, but I don't think he's going to make it to stand back up.
All right. Ooh, critical success, and I definitely hit it.
Nice. How much damage?
It is going to be 7 damage with the hammer effect coming into it.
How do you want to do
Right.
this?
sort of a running charge from the torso height and just swinging through like a baseball bat, just right through the rib cage.
Nice. So the skull pops off as the rib cage shatters and the collarbones fly wide, but nothing hits the ground. It turns to dust.
Ooh.
But you still got one guy up. Over to our third position here.
Sorry, as my minor, I do rally comrades with that devastating blow.
Oh, nice. Can you
So that's with my.
tell us what that does?
And I'm enheartening everyone to give them an extra D6, I believe is what they get on their rolls, by such a strong display of Numenorian prowess.
You see almost
You follow your captain.
the flame gray around his brow of just rage and nobility, and you can see the ranger beneath the grime, and you feel emboldened, and you hear the hum of Goldberry's Lily, and you feel like full of hope.
Forgive me. I was wrong to despair.
So can I both attack and do my protect companion?
Let's just both go in there with the swords.
Just destroy it.
And
I'm
just
gonna go
destroy
on with
this
the
thing.
sword.
Yeah.
Kill.
So that is, and I get an extra dice because of you.
An extra D6.
And I'm going to spend a hope point as well, just to be safe. Yeah, that should work. It's a lot of numbers.
You done it.
Math. 12 plus 8 is 20, so that goes above. So I injure them,
Oh.
and I do 4 damage.
Nice.
Ooh.
Does it say what kind of injury?
Oh, I forgot. I
Went
totally
above
did
my
one
injury
too.
thing.
Oh, yeah, like it mattered.
2 injuries is like
Because you just said
dead.
if I go above the injury thing, then
Wound
it
severity, I see.
injures
Roll.
them. Because I got 20 in my injuries.
Capri, roll d12 with me. Let's go.
Go, 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 go.
7.
12.
So a severe injury.
Whee!
2 severe injuries. It's
Yeah.
out of here.
Boop, boop, boop. So the same deal. You, with your sword,
Short.
come just like straight up between the pelvic bones. Oh, sorry. How do you want to do this?
I know, you keep going. You're gonna do
And just
Yeah.
like you have the height advantage because you're short, and you just gleam this thing in half. And like the skull just like it's out of there and goes all the way out into the daylight and actually catches fire.
Well done.
Is that? So
Huzzah!
You're a hobbit.
you,
brave hobbit.
I'm so proud. I wish we had time for who else was gonna wake up, but we don't. So what we're gonna do is this: the gleam of the treasure returns, and you feel safe enough that you're able to stash some in your pockets and some in your bags. You empty your snacks like good little hobbits, and fill
We
it.
eat the snacks.
And you just pile you just eat it. Just put it all in your mouth, just like, and you fill it with arrows of superior craft with dwarven forged spear tips, arrow tips. Thank you. Short swords, ornate.
So the second best arrows.
Second breakfast arrows. The leather in the quivers that you find is untouched by age. You find fine elven daggers that would make fine short
Do they
swords.
seem like historic and have a bit of a story?
They're beautiful. They have rubies in the hilt and the mithril hand guards.
No, like
you
the
find
different craftsmanship and the lore behind the.
Yeah, and since it's mithril, it's light as a feather. So you
Yeah.
find you guys can carry much more, but you go through and you try to find as much for the Dunedain as you can. But you nick a little few for yourselves. You find the tomb of the fallen, or the coffin of the fallen king in the basement. But it is untouched by the darkness of this place.
Interesting.
What would you like to do?
Respectfully open it, I suppose, and see if the sword that I am tasked with acquiring is there.
It is indeed. You find Gwafathir, and it's the most beautiful sword you've ever seen. And when you hold it in your hands, you feel the sword at your side gleam. Like, almost like lamplight, like it's warm.
Ooh, okay.
And like recognition of an old friend, because these are both heirloom swords from fallen princes of the Three Kingdoms. And you wrap your sleeping mat around it to keep it safe and out of the rain. And as you guys approach the exit, or the entrance exit to the tomb, you hear a familiar sound to you two.
Hey!
But an absolutely welcome sound for the both of you as well. As Josh just like pulls a Shadowfax and is like, "Hooray!" And he like, he's lost his bridle, but he just is like,
The king of all ponies.
and he knows exactly what to do, and he just like sticks his little pony butt out and is like, I'm ready to carry your treasure.
We strap on basket and start to fill up the different like saddlebags.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
like,
Genuine surprise.
genuine surprise. Oh really? You thought I'm not a monster. I'm gonna kill a pony, especially his name's Josh. And the sun breaks through the clouds, and you you feel totally enheartened and at peace, and you get the sense that, you know, like, we've removed a shadow from these lands, and the journey back should be a lot easier than it was getting here. In fact, you can circumnavigate. You feel like it's probably safe to come back along the Greenway back up to Bree. You do not stop in Bree because times are dark. It's nightfall when you were there, and you don't feel like bothering yourselves with that watch fella, because, you know,
And we have plenty of cheese still.
you got enough stores. But also,
And banana.
you feel comfortable traveling under the cover of darkness, because that way you're more hidden. So back at the Golden Perch, a very nervous Harathir waits, pacing. It's a very quiet day at the bar. It's raining.
How long did it take us to complete this task?
Well, you were in the forest for a day and a half. Battle with the waits you've been gone probably about 3-4 days.
Okay.
Yeah, depends on how
Yeah,
fast
just
you're moving along that.
yeah.
Yeah. And Harathir is there, and her ranger companions. And you see, like, some of those scars that you saw are actually smile lines. And she's just so grateful, and she just says, you know, like, I honestly wasn't sure if you guys were gonna make that. I haven't slept a wink. I absolutely thought that I had sent you guys to your death for a good long while there. We just got word that the Witch King of Angmar is, like, been rumored to be there, and he was gonna wake up a whole bunch of the waits, and I was like, oh my God, I killed them. But, you know, it sounds like everything's cool, but thanks for keeping it a secret, guys, like, super on the down low. Like, did you, like, cover it at least on your pony parked outside? Because we can't have people see it.
He has a blanket that goes over top.
Okay, sweet. Good.
Well, kind of rounded it out so it just looks like he's a little extra chubby.
Drinks are on me tonight, my friends. There's no way your names are gonna go down in history with my people. You are personally responsible
Fish and
for.
chips too.
Oh God, yeah. Like Bodie. Chips for days, man. Bottomless chips. Let's go. And he's like stirring a fresh batch of mayonnaise, and he's like, oh. And he like dips like a very like girthy finger into the mayonnaise and is like trying to get you to taste it.
And you did.
You can do it.
And in the mirth of the party as it drags on, and y'all get like pretty happy and tipsy. You got the glow of a warm belly full of delicious
We did
food.
the brave hobbit.
Lovely.
We were adventurers.
Some of the rangers sit down with you, and they want to learn your songs, but they also want to write songs about you. So they're trying to get details from your life. And Harathir slides over to you, Targon, and she's, did you get it? Did you get the sword?
We're discussing this openly, are we?
No, that's why I'm whispering.
Yeah.
Ranger,
It worked for you.
Yes, it's safe.
where is it?
Just have it underneath the table, and I just sort of dislodge it.
She like puts her arm over it so to mask its shape, and like just like you can just see the lines of care in her face like slacken even more, and she's just, oh my God, thank God, thank God, thank God. And suddenly the doors of the inn burst open, and a very tall, grim man walks in, and he's grizzled by years of not so much time, but care. And he whisks off his hood, and there's a ring on his finger that is one serpent devouring the other, one with emerald eyes and one with clad in like a shroud of gold. Do you all want to roll lore?
Yes.
I
Just tell us.
cannot succeed in, or I'll use.
You can.
Hope dice.
Being a ranger, I just take a knee.
Yeah, you know who he is.
I just take a knee.
You just know.
I just know. I know these things.
Critical success.
Ranger.
Can you use more than one hope die?
You don't need a it's okay. You know this to be Aragorn, son of Arathorn, heir to the throne of Numenor.
My liege.
And he sees you take a knee and shakes his head and puts his hand and says, my friend, you bow to no one. And just like drags you up, but almost like he's trying not to like throw attention. He's like, forgive me, I'm so grateful, but this is like not a great situation for me. And you can tell he's pretty upset, and you see Harangir like, ooh. And he approaches her and he's like, what have you done? What have you done? I know our need is great, but it's not this great. Like what, I'm grateful for, surely these stores will last us through thick and thin for many years to come and give us the edge in battle, and she pulls out the sword from behind her back and she takes a knee and she says, I give you the sword of the last prince of Cardolan, my liege. And he takes it up and he holds it aloft. And almost to those of you with elven eyes, the sword bursts into like a gray flame and a gray silver crown, sort of like the ghost of it, almost as if someone had come with a watercolor brush and painted it on. And he thinks for a moment, and you see the gleam in his eyes, and he looks very regal indeed. But he puts the sword down and he recovers it with a blanket. He says, no, my apprentice, this is yours. And he gives it to Gwahathir. And then he says, drinks on me more! And you all get super roaring frickin' drunk with the future of Numenor and his new apprentice, who is now leader of the company.
God, I think I'm feeling it.
I think I am.
He's heir to heir to the throne of Gondor. God, I'm so tired, Tristan.
It's okay. I got you.
Woo! And that concludes our campaign. Our one shot. I did a very long campaign in a very short amount of time, and now I need to feast and nap. And I've lost my paper with my outro. Oh, no, I haven't. Thank you so much for being patient with us, you guys. I had actually a lot of fun, and I'm coming off a sincere adrenaline high. I promise to be more articulate next time, sometimes, if I get invited back, which hopefully I will.
Yeah!
Did you guys have fun?
Yes.
Yeah!
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I can eat some of that bread now.
Yes.
Before we go, there are a few things to watch for coming up on Questline. Tomorrow evening we've got community. It says community night, but yeah, which is with Grave Mortem, which is our very dear Trevor Gemma. It's live on Twitch. Tune in next week at 5 p.m. for Spelljammer Part 2. Spelljammer Part 2 for super awesome fun times with space hamsters and D&D in space.
The Astral Sea!
The Astral Sea.
It was space.
Space hamsters.
Sorry.
Thank you so much for watching Questline. Oh yes, I did have a tagline. Yes. So tabletop friends, remember, all you have to decide is what to do with the dice rolls that are given to you. Don't shake your head at me.